not let me down, Johnson. I mean, 8 Heart.
Like making your picture Sebastian from Black Bus.
Oh hey, so my audio thing crashed and then I restarted it and it turned off all of like the limiters, so you guys are just audible now.
Rad.
What's that?
Okay, what about me?
That's a pretty good question, actually.
It's just the color red. It's just the color red.
Hello everybody.
By the hint of my name.
For Bone, hold on, now that I'm thinking about it, for Bone in particular, I don't know, I'd probably like get a dog's like x-ray and then just...
But yes, hello everybody. Welcome to the final for realsies this time, Umineko. I swear.
This is the final?
So this is the final. This is the one last final for realsies.
Yeah, cracked open a bottle of Dr.
So it is
Pepper
worth
with
mentioning for right now is that unlike regular Umineko, Saku is an oddity because we're taking
You're looping.
Because we're taking the one from 2019. Because like this is like a straight up like fresh ass like Ryukishi made VN. It does not put up anywhere else right now. And I found it and I pulled it out of the ether. And I took some dark magic from the internet and I stuffed that shit in there. So it works, it's just very janky.
How jank are we talking?
You'll see as soon as we get in there.
Oh, I think you're gonna find out pretty quick.
The most distinct one you're going to notice right now is that we're not at a 1920 by 1080 aspect ratio. We are in a bordered windowed mode.
Yeah, hell yeah! Game wasn't fucking ever really officially
kind of
released in the West. Fuck
And-
yeah, let's go.
Oh, pardon me.
So now, the first thing you're going to notice right off the bat is you got the exit button, which I can't read, the controls thing, which I can read, and the start game button, which I can't read. And as you can see here, we have this and last notes.
Oh, by the way, B, did you get the number?
I did. Well, now everyone knows I have your number. That is not the other number I got. I'm
Okay,
now
B,
at
did you get the
10-3.
second number?
Everybody's
Oh.
just giving B our phone numbers for some fucking reason.
I gave her 8675309.
God damn it.
Call JG
The second
Wentworth.
number was the video for
It's
8675309.
own Jenny.
So,
Oh my god, for a good time call!
so yeah, really quickly.
Oh god, I love that song.
So this is, for a little bit of preamble, this was released in 2019, around the same time as Sakonia, only Sakonia got ported properly to the West, though, and got a proper translation. This is just kind of like, you know, weird neutral limbo held, because Manga Gamer's well, actually, is it Manga Gamer translating it, or is it, it might be the Witch Hunters. I don't know. Someone's just taking a
Witch
sweet ass time
Hunters,
getting
but-
this shit done. Yeah.
Is the translation good?
This translation's gonna be like a smidge wonky, but like you'll still know what's going on, so don't worry
Does
about
this
that.
one spin the chessboard around?
Yes, we will be spinning the chessboard around at most.
Hell yeah!
What was the bad version of that again? What was the bad version?
It was like
The chessboard.
Sometimes you have to flip the chessboard over.
Was that what she said?
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Oh, that's horrible.
other than that, there's gonna be a much more, like, limited cast. Some other characters will show up sometimes, but generally speaking, it's gonna be, like, 3 people talking at most of the time.
At some point, it'll be Rindy, Orange, Con,
And that's pretty much you sometimes.
Yeah.
Alrighty then.
I'm pretty sure I'm in here.
So we're just gonna go ahead and pop in this bitch. We're not gonna do the first one. That one's literally just like Beatrice breaking down how she makes her game boards. So that's not super important. This one has like actual kind of like fun lore implications and stuff.
Orange out here completely dismissing Floros, the best character.
Nobody needs
wait.
Floros, I'm sorry.
Is it even translated?
It is translated, actually.
Wait, is that the thing that's in Japanese that you're talking about?
Actually, I will say, fun fact about the black magic sorcery that I used to get this to put this in English is that there's literally just raw text dump translations that you can just go into and read if you want to. But at any rate, let's actually get into it for realsies this time, because this is very short, and we're gonna do it in one go, even if we go over. I swear to God.
Oh wait, do I have a role in this?
Maybe? For like 5 seconds at
Maybe.
most.
If it's
Maybe.
the one,
Keep-
if it's the
keep
one
it-
I think it is, I probably
There are
do
many
have
cameo
a-
Alright,
appearances.
but yeah.
in
Keep
Let's
an eye
keep-
out, but yeah.
Let's keep this bitch moving.
What
Last
about me?
note of the Golden Witch.
Y'all,
Sorry, do you want to say something very really quickly? We got a sponsor?
This
Not-
episode is brought to you by Peace Breaks.
Hell
way
yeah!
to go, Wendy. Thank you.
This episode's brought to you by Reese's.
Okay,
would-
now I know which one this is.
Reese's Pieces.
Okay. Last note of the Golden Witch. I apologize for the wait. It's been so long, hasn't it?
It's
Today,
only been a day.
we have a souvenir from the depths of oblivion.
God, I can hear Orange
I
through
can
your
hear
mic.
myself through you, yes. Do you remember this? Do you remember this scent? The difficulty level is high, in honor of you. Who am I? That being said, this
Okay,
actually isn't that hard.
Okay, can you hear yourself through my
We will tell you
Let's
if we can.
see. No, I can't hear myself right
Yes.
now. I know I can hear myself a little bit.
Yeah, I could.
Damn it! What's
Yeah,
going
it
on
certainly
with my
does.
mic?
It's picking up your audio.
No.
Oh, that's jank as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Different from the one I play.
Second here.
Mine had the OG sprites.
Oh, yeah, because I modded in the new sprites, yeah.
So
Damn.
this is me in there.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Honestly, you're gonna see a little bit of jank for a moment. I need to turn down the audio. This is actually still pretty loud.
The clock ticking as we wait for the line is just like
Mhm.
anticipation.
For both black tea and green tea, the taste is always much better if there is a snack served alongside it.
I agree. Green tea's tartness is much better if you eat it at the same time as sweet wagashi. The smell of black tea is much better alongside the taste of Western sweets. We slip in this sort of rhythm, you enjoy both even more.
I agree with your opinion. However, I think that for these particular snacks, you should only prepare one snack per cup.
I have no idea what you mean by these snacks. I've been eating and drinking for a while, but I still can't figure out what this taste is.
By the way, the sofa's designed to only seat 2 people.
That's all.
Cramped, Battler.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you think so? That's what I thought too. We need to eject somebody.
Understood. I'll leave here so you two get along.
Don't leave our tea ceremony! Shouldn't an older brother and younger sister who haven't seen each other in a while have time together without anybody else? Why are you so proud of being born after Battler? We're blood relatives, while you're a complete stranger. Older brothers are 2 degrees of blood separation with their younger sisters. Don't make me and Battler, as a married couple, only have 1 degree of separation.
Well, I mean, if you get into the specifics, a little bit less than 1 degree.
Yeah,
Your delusional notion of being a bride is no different from a creepy otaku who declares somebody a waifu every season. It's totally worthless. You're 18 and still a brocon!
What?
You're old
Rather
enough to go and
complex.
get married,
I know.
but you still can't leave your brother. Isn't that ridiculous?
What the fuck is this translation?
You too. Can you not fight over me?
Oni-chan, that delusional woman is poisoning you. Right now, you're drinking tea with me. Be quiet, you weren't destined for 2 degrees of blood separation.
What the fuck?
Once a man gets a new family, the old one then becomes an outsider. Know your place. You were standing in our parlor, not standing on formality. Shut up, you home wrecker. Out of the way, Oni-chan. I can't kill her.
As I was saying, don't fight over me!
From my point of view, you feel the opposite, battler.
What do you mean by opposite?
In my opinion, he put himself in between us so that we'd stop fighting. And not so that he'd feel good as he's surrounded by 2 beautiful women fighting over him.
I can't watch
So you're saying our fighting doesn't matter since in the end he's flanked by 2 beautiful women? He'd be enjoying those big beautiful breasts on both his arms. Wouldn't that make him happy? For the most part, that was what I was saying. Do you want to spend your time with your flesh and blood sister over some delusional fantasy bride? Be clear, Oni-chan. It's your duty as an older brother to encourage her to step away from her brother and her bro-con route. Oni-chan, push her off the sofa! The sofa is ours and ours alone!
I'm gonna leave. You two can work it out.
Don't leave, Oni-chan!
Having one couch for 3 people indeed made for a bustling tea time. Battler couldn't do anything as the front door was occupied by a witch. The front door was occupied by a witch, and the back his sister. He wanted to ask and get along. That would only pour oil on the fire, so he could only sit back, vaguely laugh, and pray it would end soon. In other words, what was this scenario? Battler had enough wits about him to know that this was dangerous in advance. Even if he could have tea with the witch and his sister, he couldn't do both of them at the same time.
This is a very bad out of context translation.
I don't know if it's the translation or the actual weirdness of the script itself.
It's the translation because I'm looking at how they there's some things that they could have modified to make it sound less weird, but they went for a weirder option.
Very weird. Yeah,
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like saying brocon instead of brother complex is a little weird.
I mean, that makes sense.
It is shortened.
That's
down
what they
a
say.
It's shortened.
It's
Like,
very
make
short.
At any rate,
We all ignored our.
At any rate, Beato, Angie, when did we start drinking tea here?
You finally noticed. I have no memory of gathering here to start this tea party. I see. Same here. When a witch calls and summons you, this is what it feels like. You don't remember how you get there.
So that means we're pieces on somebody's game board.
I agree. If that's the case, what does the new game master look like? It can't be. Did they just call us here to watch me and Beato fight over Oni-chan? It has to be Bern Castell. Is she unveiling a new fragment?
As the name, a new witch figure appeared with a flurry of wind surrounding them. Oh no, they didn't extract the new sprites! Oh no!
Wait, does this character have a new sprite?
She does have a new
She
sprite.
does have a new
yes.
sprite, yes.
Can you post her in the chat?
I will. I'll do it.
That's
Who are you?
crazy.
Who are you?
Joshy back to his whole job.
That's not Bern Castell. Introduce yourself, guest. I may not know who the game master is, but I'm the owner of this tea room. You have the duty of introducing yourself before me. Oh god!
I apologize for the rudeness, Madame Beatrice, the Golden Witch.
But I love her outfit!
My name is Peace. Witch of the Peace, as my lord has commanded me.
She's so cute! Did she say Witch of Peace?
No. Like the chess piece.
Witch of Pieces, huh? I see. I understand the purpose of your visit.
Indeed.
It's also worth mentioning that there's like an 8-year time gap between when this was made and the last episode of Umineko came out. So he had some time to polish this shit up.
By order, my lord, I have been sent to this game board to challenge it. That is, as an assassin.
I see. So you're here to fight us? But then it would be 3-on-1.
No way. Wouldn't taking on 3 people at once be a pushover?
Before we go any farther, I guess I should introduce myself.
Oh, what?
What? What?
Joshy, were you practicing Danganronpa lines by yourself again?
Doing practice other shit, I promise.
I've done this too. I mean, I do this all the time.
Great, holy shit, fuck.
Joshua, explain.
I'm practicing subject, okay?
I've done this too. I mean, I've
also done this in the
I
past.
have done this so many times.
I got caught doing major modern genre.
His characters were related to this, not mine.
Alright,
I mean, if you really want peace.
Are you sure it will be okay?
My master ordered me to fight you 3.
Is it really okay to look down on us like that?
We've closed several cat boxes, haven't we? Us 3 will all be your opponent.
Didn't Zaz have an issue like this with Higurashi?
I like this idea, guest. I'll give you such a thorough and unrelenting welcome that you'll be able to take those tails back to your master with bloody skin.
Thank you, Lady Beatrice. With that, let me unveil my master's fragment.
At any rate, it's Burns' fragment. She has awful taste. This leisurely life in the cat box can be just a little dull.
This tacky fragment will at least help me stay awake.
With all due respect, my master is not Baron Castle.
Then who is it? Lambda? That has to be Witch from the Sea of Fragments or anonymous forgery author.
If I may be humble, this fragment was created by the Grand Theater going witch, Feathering Augustus Aurora. With that, everybody, I raise the curtain on my master's fragment. Now! I tire of these strict formalities, please. Now, please, let me begin my rampage, please.
Yeah, Busy Devils, I love this song!
Is she doing like the Ahegao thing?
Yes.
Yes.
That is in fact Ahegao.
Why are the witches entering this cat box all like this?
We put trash in the trash can and toys in the toy box. And we put garbage. What the? Since when did my cat box become a garbage bin?
Well, it is litter box.
Oh, I forgot to mention something important beforehand, please.
That's right. What's our win condition? Can't be writing up a 10-page review of our opinions, is it, right?
Hey. Could it be finding the trick of a closed-room murder? Maybe it could be identifying the culprit.
It is exactly that, please. With honor and respect, Lady Beatrice's story, I shall ask that same question, please. Who am I?
I see. So you're the same as Claire and are standing for somebody.
So she wants us to point out who that anybody stands for. Correct, Beast.
Hey. Don't you get tired of speaking like that?
Shut up, Beast!
Did you see that? Oh no!
I like to be stuck like this. Peace.
Ono-chan, you should apologize.
Sorry.
Very well then. Let's begin this first fragment in a long time.
Then I'll raise the curtain, Beast.
I love Ryukishi's fangs. They're so fun.
You totally saw her.
Oh, here we go!
sprite
Saku opening!
jump, right?
Saku opening?
Yeah.
This is the original Saku opening.
Oh, we're getting old sprites. Oh, yep, there we are.
Yeah, look at them!
Look at those OG
Like a
sprites.
fine, like a fine wine.
That,
And then normal right in the background.
Yeah, listen to this shit. Listen to this shit. Let's go. Floros! Thanks, Pomex Granite.
wow, looks so good. So I guess that thing I saw was from this. I didn't even know.
I love how you can clearly
just
tell
skimmed
when
through it.
Ryukishi drew that art of the Battler and
Oh, the
Beatrice
Battler
standing back to
Beatrice.
back.
Mm-hmm.
That was announced in like when he announced Saku. He's like, "Here's the promo art."
Mm-hmm.
It's very
It's
nice.
so
if you
good,
like
it's
the
very
art.
cute.
A storm was over Rokenjima. It isn't very nice, yes. However, warm light was overflowing from the Ashurmiya family dining room. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't know why they say that there's light flowing in, but they use the night sprites for some fucking reason. They did like there should be lights on right now, but there aren't. It's fucking weird.
This version's weirdly botched.
Maybe you should have
right
gotten for the original sprite.
It's
So let's just take it
fine.
with a grain of salt and move
It's
on.
fine.
modded,
Happy
right?
Halloween! Bang bang! A Christmas cracker was pulled and a sound rang out as Kinzo, head of the family, appeared in a hat style after a jack-o'-lantern. The other members of the Ashurmiya family were also meeting the sound of heavy thunder with a smile. The oldest son, Kraus's family, Kraus, Natsuhi, and Jessica. The oldest daughter, Ava's family, Ava, Hideyoshi, and George. The second son's family, Rudolph, Kyrie, and Battler. And also Angie.
Hey!
The second daughter's family, Rosa and Maria. And finally, the servants, Genji, Shannon, Kanon, Goda, and Kumasawa. And furthermore, the advising alchemist to the Ashurmiya family, Beato.
It's the Halloween party from Twilight that Onitan showed me. Is that so? And she's involved with stomach crack, which shows she was able to attend the family conference in 1986.
Peace. These people. If everyone were to take a commemorative photograph together, would everyone present be displayed in the picture?
Please do not ask questions during the movie, please. Should first relax and enjoy. Any moment should be my debut, please. Please welcome me, please.
It was a suitable time for a fun Halloween party. The ocean was surging against the cliffs, and that spray violently shattered about.
Shattered.
Shattered. Beneath those waves, something glowing a faint blue could be seen. That small blue light was a fragment containing a bottle. Due to the waves, it was flung onto the rocks and was scattered to tiny pieces. I don't know why there's a
Huh?
progressive, like, shadow
Well,
box.
Oh god, it's alternating between the old ones and the new ones too.
Wait, is it?
Yeah, look, yeah, that's an old sprite right there.
That is an
Oh,
old
yeah.
G's background,
The
yes.
jank!
Oh, yeah.
It's real!
Oh, boy.
The time
The
with the
jank.
thunder. The bottle released the glow of light which began to fly about like a swarm of butterflies. The sight of them flying about in a storm was a beautiful thing. And then near the Ashurmia Manor, opposite the Rose Garden, the figure of a witch formed. For the sake of creating a tragedy tonight, a fragment was sent in from the sea to kill a piece. Could it be?
Oh, okay.
No!
Does you think it was the perverted detective who washed ashore here?
Do you think it's the PS3 sprite?
Too bad! It's the witch beauty beast, John. Beast! Despite how she was. Oh, that's you.
Despite how she was dressed, the Witch of Peace looked pathetic as she was battered by the violent winds. Any sort of umbrella would be flipped inside out. And with that, the witch's skirt was also overturned that way.
Why include that dude?
You can see my underwear, Beast.
Oh god, no! Oh god.
Because I didn't put in stockings or anything. It's in plain sight, Beast. Wow!
Okay, Ryuk.
What would this fool of a witch be able to do besides feeling vertigo?
However, the three people who had accepted her challenge did not see any of her amusing behavior, because they knew this sort of witch could exhaust the limits of cruelty. But in that sense, everyone was already used to the run-of-the-mill killing methods. As they told themselves to leave their human hearts behind, Battler and Angie were already prepared to be detached from the tragedy. Only Beato was excited for it as she ate potato chips. The door was locked, but that had no meaning for a witch. But even so, she needed to touch the doorknob to open the door. Static electricity sparked, and she drew her hand back. Peace once again stretched out her hand. But the result was the same. Once more her fingertip was repelled.
This is brazen.
It's a barrier.
I see.
think she's still
As one
talking.
would accept from Kinza, the Shimia family magician. An uninfected guest cannot simply cross over the threshold, right, Beast?
She's a fucking vampire. As she elegantly left, tried to open the door several times, but couldn't. It seemed to be a particularly strong barrier. At the very least, it looked like this Witch of Pieces couldn't break it. Into pieces. While she appeared to take shelter from the storm under the eaves of the entrance vestibule, she thought about what to do next with an impish smile on her face.
I apologize for the impoliteness, Lady Beatrice.
I know. I didn't realize until you told me since I was drunk.
We'll watch how fuck.
What was that?
Furniture.
This is the jankiest fucking stream. You know what?
It's
I
okay.
love it.
It's okay. This is what the Saku deserves.
This is what we deserve to go out on.
Honestly.
I honestly can't tell if Peace is just legitimately trying to be serious or if she's just this kind of character.
I'm going to hold back on a gag that I
Say
was
she's not
probably going to commit for a millisecond, but I won't do it.
Oh wait, no, fuck! It has the looping notification for this goddamn broadcast. Shit.
Again!
Wait,
Entire broadcast. It's a total
Bloopers.
pause.
Okay.
Oh, we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Fuck!
It's fine. Here, there you go. There's your line, Cannon.
We'll watch how things play out.
Oh,
Ignore
fuck.
it. This is Rokenshima, also known as Akujigishima. In this storm, the light that spills from the matter can lure out many demons. And besides, it has only touched the barrier, not shattered it. Shannon's shield is not easy to break. I know that the best.
Thank you. The barrier tonight is something that can only be broken by a member of the Shurimiya family.
Even so, her just touching the shield is unpleasant.
Don't be jumpy. Shannon's barrier is strong. You can relax and have fun. If the monster is able to even reach the barrier, I'll gladly become its opponent. I won't let you become its prey. Cannon! And Shannon!
Oh, hey, AC.
This is pretty relaxed. This is a relaxed party. Wait, is this Jessica?
It's still
or-
you, still you.
Can you stop worrying about work for a while?
I believe this is Beatrice.
Hey. He gave you an order.
This is Shannon.
Certainly.
Man, I'm sure I'm loving
it was
this.
both of us,
This
but-
completely at night party you guys are holding. This is great.
Hell
no
yeah,
lights on
let's
or
go.
anything.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, perfect for
Rudolph-sama, Kyrie-sama, where are you going?
I can't
Oh.
see, I don't know.
I just wanted a small change of pace, so I decided to stand in the darkness.
This entire mansion is out of power. The winds outside are very strong.
You have to turn the power on before you can get the ray gun.
I will prepare an ashtray for you in the guest room so that you may relax.
Where'd
In
I put my
complete
hexagonal
darkness.
crank?
Okay,
Thank you,
let's stop
Genji.
doing this or else we're gonna be here all fucking night.
But we tend to be contrarians.
Unless something funny as hell happens.
Normally you yearn for a warm mansion, so this time around I longed for a bit of storm. Aren't the eaves of the entrance something? Once I get a breath of it, I'll come right back.
Witches' fragments truly are Let me try that
Expedient.
again.
Oh shit.
Expedient?
Expedient.
Witches' fragments are truly expedient. To have the sacrificial lambs just conveniently go out there voluntarily.
What do you think of such cheapness as a game master?
You might think that even without breaking the barrier on the mansion, they'll still be able to catch their prey.
Well said. They can lure their victims out of the mansion.
Once the victim is out of the mansion, peace will be lying in wait. Or there might be some trick we don't understand yet. I see. Rudolph and Curie are attacked by someone suspicious like you said. We wouldn't be able to accept that without question.
Either way, I assume the first victims are my old bastard and Kyrie. It's a tasteless way of killing.
I've gotten used to Bern Costell's tacky water show.
Angie bent her eyebrows in a pout. Valor's calm facade was surely uncomfortable to maintain. For Beata, this is nothing more than a show, so who exactly was killed didn't matter. But if the first victims of the scenario were killed for no other purpose but to make Battler uncomfortable, she would never forgive it.
Peace. You're most likely just a performer, not the forgery author of this grotesque show. But if this is just a tacky, grotesque drama,
And if it is,
it follows your guys' preferred style. Pat her on the belly and drag out the guts.
Magneto is feeling exceedingly refined, Peace. I believe there has been a misunderstanding, Peace.
B, you have a line?
As I thought, the storm has turned the outside air sweet.
Noir, you have a line?
Even if it's in the middle of a storm, sometimes it's just easier for a duo to calm down if it's two.
Wait, did you mean to cut yourself off?
You super got cut off there, Noir.
Oh, even if it is in the middle of a storm, sometimes it's just easier for a duo to calm down if it's just the two of them.
Is that right? Didn't you say that to every girl you met at parties?
Cut it out. Isn't that stuff past the statute of limitations? I'm totally retired from that awful Playboy stuff.
That's peace.
Peace?
Oh, no, that is a word. Okay, never mind, you're right. I wonder if those words are the real deal. Is there any way for me to really believe them? I wonder if it's due to the storm's atmospheric pressure. Somehow it always makes me feel crazy.
Oh, so it was the storm's fault she did all that stuff. Okay.
Absolutely.
Hey. Can you at least wait until nighttime?
Already there,
Which it
bitch.
definitely isn't right now.
I can't take this. Anyways. Oh. But it's good nighttime already. According to Keikaku.
Oh man.
We wait for nighttime. But doctor, it already is nighttime.
Oh man.
See, they knew what they were doing. It's fine.
Okay, let's keep going.
I did read the line though.
Okay, yeah. Two impish smiles and captivating lips approached each other. Just kidding. It's peace.
This evening's time, we served up a couple. I'll call them in a hockey mask first, please.
Fuck yeah!
Who are you?
Who is it, I wonder?
Though were shaken by the unexpected visitor, they were adults and quickly regained their composure. However, calming down only made it harder to understand the chaos around them. This is the island of Rokinjima. Unknown humans should not exist. If you drifted here with a life jacket like Erica once did, they would recognize that you drifted ashore with a mere glance. However, this girl didn't have an umbrella and was completely dry. In addition, she was wearing a strange dress. Ah, perhaps she was summoned here for the party?
Ah, I see. Are you perhaps an entertainer for the Halloween party today?
A clown, if you will. Oh, you surprised us.
Oh, I thought a stripper.
Oh my god!
She's the entire circus, I'll have you know.
You're a cute girl.
Yeah, and when you pull on her sleeves, her tits inflate.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Though, that hockey mask almost made me faint. Hockey.
Damn it!
Let's head to the servants' quarters. You can wait there.
However, that's a lovely dress. I wonder if you're supposed to be some sort of magician.
You're right. It might be escape magic. I wonder if you're supposed to break out of a perfect closed room or something. The old man likes that sort of thing. Almost as much as he loves jumping out of windows.
You should rest your shoulders. Here, come inside.
I'm overjoyed. I cannot enter the bear unless somebody from the Shimia family invites me in peace.
Huh?
It's true for me as well. I don't want to be left out in the storm. I think I'll enter the mansion, please.
At the time, a strong wind blew, scattering her hair like a bundle of curtains. No, it wasn't like that. A strong wind did not blow. Then what made them think that? That was because her hair had been scattered to such a degree, it was only natural that they would think it was due to a strong wind. What the fuck? Oh no!
Okay, this is
That
a right
almost-
transition.
No, that
Wait,
almost
what's up?
no, that almost definitely. Oh yeah, that's right. I downloaded some shit earlier, and I got fucking subscribed to stupid notifications on my browser. Oh no!
what?
There was a fucking advertisement for getting rid of belly fat popped up on like the side of the screen for a fucking second.
Oh, orange is malware.
Orange Boy. Can't wait for the official Orange Boy crypto miner computer investigation.
All of a sudden, a nude woman appeared on the side of his desktop dancing.
Jeez.
Tired?
worry
You
about
could
that in
use
a
a
second.
penis and watch
Wait, is that the bones of that?
Definitely scary though.
Wait, what, huh? But her hair. There's so much that it almost looked like a curtain? And that curtain was coiled around Kyrie, posed to swallow her.
Poised.
Poised. Pose. Not that fucking sweat again!
Like pegs.
Well, what?
Please.
Don't tell me that did not pick up. God damn
You
it.
barely got anything in
It
there.
did not.
I
pick
heard
up.
like a and then it stopped.
Noise suppression, babe. If you ever
You know what? You know what?
noise
We got some
Sounded like
muffled
you
noises. That's good enough, I think.
Anyways, keep going. This is too jank. Move it.
At first, it looked like Kyrie was trying to sweep it away, but that was wrong. She was drowning in hair. Kyrie had been swallowed by the sea of Peace's hair and was drowning.
That sounds terrible, drowning in here. Ugh.
Oh, your level
Hey.
fits perfectly.
Kyrie! Kyrie!
Kyrie! When someone attacks his wife, generally a husband will strike whoever hurts her. However, Rudolph's eyes didn't see an attack. Rudolph, too, could only understand that his wife was drowning. Because of that, he thrust both of his arms into the sea of hair and tried to drag her out.
Kyrie! Kyrie! My arms can't stretch any further. Where are you?
Alrighty.
That actually did work out. Kyrie?
Bam crunch.
Bam crunch.
Kyrie, where are you? Kyrie? Kyrie?
When that eerie sound was reminiscent of, just thinking about it was repulsive. Rudolph, still frantic, kept shoving his arms into the ocean of hair. But his hands could no longer touch Kyrie. It was broken, but he heard traces of Kyrie's voice, just now, even though there was no sign of her.
That was delicious snack, beef.
I have some mixed feelings about this.
As the sea of hair faded away while it danced in the wind, only the smiling figure of the Witch of the Peace remained. Rudolph's was still unable to understand the situation. Flabbergasted. As a faint smile and tears appeared on his face, he was still trying to believe that this was just a bad joke. The Curie would come out of hiding somewhere to laugh at him. As always, they love to flaunt revolting things.
At this level, She can't help but to perform in Beato's catwalks like this.
As you'd expect, Beast. You can't say something at this level is cruel, Beast.
Wait, Benji. You're being quick to scold. What do you mean? I see. Me and her see it from completely different perspectives. It's unsightly.
She swallowed the body whole, more or less.
Right. If it was me, I'd rush them around a bit more in order to break your heart. However, she ate the remains.
She killed and erased the corpse. What more could you possibly do to put the dead to shame?
Don't! No!
Well,
I don't want to know where this is going.
I don't think they were going that way. Cloud.
Keep going!
If my guess is right.
I might as well elaborate really quickly. Sim, the lyrics of Happy Maria, while in English, are basically just gibberish that Maria says to herself to make her feel better.
Oh yeah, are they? I thought they were lyrics, like actual lyrics.
No, they're lyrics. They're just they're gibberish lyrics. They make no fucking sense.
Like I was trying
they
to
are
figure
lyrics
out what
that
they were
don't
saying, and
I'm
I
not
couldn't
sure.
understand it.
Like, honest to God, look up the lyrics for Happy Maria. They don't mean anything, and they're just fucking weird.
No, pause, because there's no lyrics anywhere.
There's no lyrics anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, like, people have tried, like, if you look it up, like, you'll have, like, people's, like, interpretations, but, like, there's no official lyrics.
Yeah,
Really?
You can find the best that you can hope for, basically.
Because I thought I heard, like, Golden Dreamer or something.
That is, yes, you
My
did.
witch is a golden dreamer.
That's the obvious part, but, like, when you get into, like, it, we're like, what the fuck? Anyways,
Roll the
moving
lights
on.
on once.
Also, the part where the music just cut off instantly, is that how it is in
Yes.
the original?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, it didn't change much about the music. It's just like that.
Oh, you said this was modded?
This is modded, yes.
What is the mods?
English.
Yeah, well,
English
English,
sprites.
sprites, all that fun business.
This is kind of like ragtag together because this game does not exist originally, in a way.
You know what, here, hold on a second. I can probably just, like, fucking pop this up really quickly. You know what, here. I need you to see what the executable for this game looks like on the stream. Look at her.
Or until we're finishing this stream tonight, that might not be so.
What the fuck is that? What is that hex code bullshit?
It's because I think it's some weird, like, Japanese translation nonsense.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, atypically, yeah, for that.
Oh, yeah,
we gotta stop fucking
How
around.
to
We
display the
gotta finish this.
characters.
We gotta finish this shit.
Let's keep going.
Oh, it's curious. What is it? Here? Are you cooling down your bad be squatting here?
The witch just devoured Rudolph's wife, reached out her hand, smiling. But Rudolph took her hand and stood up without feeling disgusted.
What? I see. How disgusting. And repulsive. I don't understand. What happened on each other?
I also didn't think this type of cruelty existed. Angie still didn't understand. She still didn't understand why Battler and Beato were so shocked by this cruelty.
Hey! You're still a 6-year-old, so this is a little difficult for you to piece.
In other words, Mom was eaten, and she took her place? That's correct. It's likely that is her power. The power to swallow up somebody whole and impersonate their existence.
Right now, that's why my old geezer took her hand with such an embarrassed look on her face. That witch just ate Kyrie! Even though she still exists, she was swallowed whole. Rudolph.
Why was I here?
You heard my voice, Rudolph.
I give up.
Was
it amnesia?
No, it's TGT. Fuck.
No, I give up. Don't tell me.
Why are you hesitating? I'm your wife. You can ask me anything, dear.
Oh, really? Sorry. I wonder if I'm getting Alzheimer's. I seem to have forgotten the name of my young, beautiful bride.
Isn't it piece of cheer me up, please? How strange, Rudolph.
That's right off a goal. It's peace.
Oh, fuck.
I really am sorry. Oh, my beautiful wife.
Dad, really?
Young and beautiful bride.
Perhaps this is limited to just Rudolph. Why, another person is piece of Shiromiya. Rudolph's wife.
Kirai's existence was erased to pure white as if an eraser was taken to her. Like she never existed before.
Angie. This terrible scenario. Is it still unimaginable to you?
All witches, like Beato and Byrne and Lambda, had seen every kind of cruelty unfold in the cat box. In comparison, Angie seeing a victim swallowed up by hair did not seem like such a brutal thing. You're wrong. Peace's way of killing is unimaginably cruel.
That's because she needs not only their lives, but their dignity as well. Dignity? What do you mean by that?
Auntie only seems smart because of the atmosphere. In reality, she's a total idiot type character.
What?
Dignity. There's only a measure of how many people will weep for you when you pass. After all, dying with a great number of people hold you dear, and dying by the roadside with nobody to remember you are completely different.
Kyrie at least had human life. She thought she was going to go out for a short break with Rudolph and enjoy herself. If she were to suddenly die of a heart attack, she would suspect Rudolph to moan in tears, with tears in his eyes.
That would explain Kyrie's attitude. She died before her husband's eyes. And then her husband forgot about her. And all that time they spent together, and even her existence? Ugh.
Is there another method of killing that can mock the dead to this degree?
Wait, did they love each other?
Yeah.
No, there isn't. This disgusting method of killing absolutely cannot be matched.
From the time this country was founded, they didn't place the highest value in human life. However, if you look at the other countries, life is only the second most important thing.
I get it. Something more important than life is dignity. Dignity is how you exist once you die. Once you pass, it's something important. You leave it behind for everybody. But once this girl eats you, you can't even leave that behind.
If you look at world history from anywhere, there are not many recorded acts of destroying one's dignity after they pass. However, this is normal within typical standards. Once you pass, criticisms of the dead is forbidden. However, as an exception within exceptions within strange Japanese culture, this is not thought of as a mistake, but as the height of heresy.
Clearly, he does not
Hearsay.
know about the existence of Twitter yet.
Even after death, there are any number of records of somebody digging up a grave and destroying the body, tombstone records in the world. Even after the corpse turns to dirt, there are any number of examples of destruction of their existence. By erasing their record of or account of their good deeds or otherwise falsifying them. As a result of that, myths are often born. After death, you can destroy hundreds or perhaps thousands of years of dignity. The meaning of resistance is to swallow things whole.
And on top of that, she takes all those lives she snatched and overwrites them. She killed her, and then took over her husband's heart and overwrote Kyrie's existence.
The way you kill and how you just... that's you too.
The way you kill and how you desecrate the corpse aren't sufficient to match the bounds of this cruelty.
For humans, this method is the best! It's the most gruesome, cruel, and ruthless way of killing.
Peace.
Oh, did not come through?
The piece did not come through. Do you want a piece again?
Damn.
Oh, Josh, you didn't get here to peace?
I have
What
read
is
through,
it, peace?
I have read through actually this part of the story, but I've not finished it.
Are you in bad spirits?
I love being together with you, Peace. My spirits are already lifting. Now, let's enter here. You should relax.
Oh. Somehow you seem off tonight. It's sexy.
Maybe it's the way you're drawn.
Why did they say that?
What the hell?
Oh my. That's the highest form of praise, Peace.
Like, he says that, but I just think he's referring to how she's drawn.
The berry rejecting outsiders no longer has any meaning. However, she now, no, not now, it's been many years since she had married Rudolph and held a high rank in the Ashurmia family. Or A rank. Not a high rank, that'd be weird. The Halloween party was an extremely quiet affair despite this noise. At a buffet party, you could enjoy the stylish atmosphere, but you would eventually get tired of it. At the time Rudolph and Peace came back, everyone had taken their chairs and sat them in a circle and were chatting. Welcome back! Everybody's relaxing their chairs, so what do you want me to get some for you?
Sure, can you give us a minute? And can you get a blanket for peace?
Thank you. Rudolph, you truly are kind to women, Peace.
Hey, are you not understanding? There's only one gal in the world who I'm kind to, and that's you, Peace.
You weird little freak.
Oh, you. I guess. Peace.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a musical note.
While laughing, smiling, and peacing, Peace fawned over Rudolph and gave him many kisses. Good grief! She's piecing all over him.
Keep it together, guys. Come
Good
on.
grief! They're completely absorbed in each other.
It's the fact that it's the Ryukishi sprite that sells it.
Boy, I hope she doesn't absorb me.
Bastard friends, are you still talking?
Huh? I'm a young man. I can chat as much as I want. It was frustrating that the Peace version of Battler was unable to see through Peace's magic piece. His memory of the world meant Kyrie would be completely replaced with the word peace.
Stop saying
yeah.
peace. It's getting annoying.
Oh yeah, I'm glad I have the tequila for this one.
Don't start drinking, man.
Too late, God.
No, it can't be as simple as rewriting somebody's memory.
Peace.
If it just interferes with one or two people's memories, it's no different from brainwashing or hypnotism. But this witch's power is different.
Ah, this power. She has to be similar to... Featherin Augustus Aurora! What the fuck? The
Witches.
How did you integrate the sprites in this?
The witch who sent Peace was a top-ranking witch. Her power was that she could look down on the world as if it were a storybook and freely rewrite it.
How did you integrate
Feather literally felt like I want to be in a different art style.
Peace's power to swallow Kyrie and then make Rudolph believe that she was his wife was not a simple one. Peace's power to swallow anything in the world and replace it with herself was a power very close to Featherin's. It's called kinning.
I thought it was stupid, Peace. That you were talking about how to save her that ill-tempered black cat, or that super thick baby witch.
Even witches of the Senate denounce something of that degree.
I was created as the messenger to look after the peace of the great theater-going creature Aurora sent. If the great Lady Aurora is a candle that shines upon the great pillar that supports this world, I am being whose fire is a small fragment of that candle, Peace. In accordance with my master's command, I am to fill the time in this game with antic and buffoonery, Peace.
Oh my god.
I'm so full of peace, yum. Alright, go ahead, Peace.
You all. If I were to swallow you as if I sneezed, all memories and traces of you in this world would be erased without a trace. From the beginning, I was wondering, how can I make these guys more scared of me? Ah, that's it. Since my power is so strong, can they not grasp that fear, Peace? Hey, everybody! Do you remember if it really was the three of you that challenged me? Yes?
Beato's forehead had a trail of cold sweat flowing down it. Battler and Angie already knew that what the creepy thing Peace was saying. Battler, Angie, and Beato. 3 people. Had she really challenged 3 people? Perhaps from their memories, and from the world's memories, Peace had gulped down a 4th person as a warning. When they saw Peace's eyes, which seemed to freeze the soul with a mere glance, all 3 were imagining the same thing. If Peace were to swallow me with her hair, I would be erased. After that happened, would the remaining 2 people be enraged? Scared? No. They wouldn't show any feelings, and wouldn't even understand what had happened. The 2 people who were left would think that there had only been 2 people from the beginning, and then only 2 people had challenged Peace.
Okay, that's fucking terrifying. Orange, write this down for your D&D campaign.
I already have something like this.
Imagine
in the
not
D&D
existing
campaign.
con and everyone doesn't even know that you don't exist. That is creepy shit.
Oh yeah, there is something like that, huh?
Yeah.
Are you threatening us, Lady Peace?
Beato's manner of speaking to Peace had... I keep wanting to call her Pierce. Peace had clearly changed. Battler and Angie were still unable to loosen the fists they'd clenched around their laps.
If my warm welcome has caused offense to you in any way, let me apologize. We are shallow and unrefined and aware of our bad manners.
Respect is important, Peace. So long as everybody shows the highest respect to me, I can be quite generous, Peace.
As they had all agreed upon this beforehand, Battler and Angie and Beato all flashily crossed their legs. However, it was the opposite of an elegant gesture, as they were too careless when they crossed them. Peace was unable to understand what had happened in front of her as she forgot to close her mouth. Right now, those 3 people finally understood. Oh, that's actually you. Shit.
Right now, those 3 people finally understood my terror and improved their behavior? Huh?
I'm tired of acting well-behaved. So, would you want to make this fun?
This is the sort of game where my piece doesn't know what to feel about my opponent.
The visitor here was trying her best, so we wanted to entertain her a little. But I'm already at my limit.
At her limit? Of what emotion? Rage? Beatrice.
It's hilarious! You're the most interesting visitor in a long while. Coming in and trying to kill a witch with laughter.
Huh? What? What?
Do you know why she's laughing? You thought that if you showed us your power, we'd all cringe in fear and show respect to you. right?
Instead, we just normally cringe.
Bullseye! That was right. But if that was the case, why was she finding it so funny? That's a terrifying power. It's enough to fill us with awe. But you're just so over that. You're just so over the top.
Hey, Great Lady Peace. What's so scary about you? Right before you face off against your opponent in a boxing match, aren't you supposed to say something like, "I'm going to checkmate you. Are you scared?"
The analogy seemed to hit its mark, and Battler burst out laughing. Hey, here fantasy is mystery. Or mystery is fantasy. Just like I'm measuring the distance to your opponent, and kendo is like a side dish to the swing of the sword. Aren't crazy games like why lords and ladies who love them meet over?
There is only one thing those of us here are scared of.
Hypothesis! Inquiry! Flare! Bluff! When the theory you finally whittled away to a deduction is smashed to smithereens!
Certainly. This power to swallow existence whole is interesting. One of our rare visitors went to great pains to create this gift. I'm sorry that the typhoon got you.
The sudden changes in mood, the fear, your face was all too overbearing. And then you ask us to behave. If you
truly wanted to scare us, you should finish your question first. And then we'll decide if we want to be scared or to laugh at you. You're our opponent. Aren't you facing 1,000-year-old witches who gulp down locked room murders as a side dish to their tea?
At any rate, I'll give you an example. In boxing, it's like checkmate. Quote, laugh, quote.
I've indeed been rude, Beast. How funny it was to look down on you old foxes.
That's...
I apologize, Beast. Then we'll return to the game, Beast. But, everybody? If I smash that foundation you make, will you really look after me in fear?
Those words. Oh, that's still it.
Those words. Can you please understand them? Because then all the guts will be vomited out. Then we'll fast forward past this burlesque. We'll go towards the main dish you all yearned for.
Are we going past the epitaph murders?
No, not at all. We'll get up to that. After that, I swallow Anja, please. Anja, isn't it getting late? The chatter's dying down, so do you want to go to your room?
What is it, Angie?
Oh my god, small Angie, yeah.
Is this too sudden?
So cute.
Oni-chan, the person isn't Mom.
Huh? Why'd you say that out of the blue?
Oh my. Angie, are you tired? Mom doesn't get what you're saying.
She's a fucking titan! Holy shit! Oh my god!
What the fuck is up with these sprites?
Mommy's enjoying this art style.
What's wrong, sweetie? Is Mom too wide for you? Oh my god! Her head is bigger than Angie's entire torso! Holy shit!
It's like some fucking Dory Day shit over
There's
here.
like
Alright.
there's like child, big child.
Baby versus the baby they told you not to
my
worry
God.
about.
Somebody please.
See, this is what we missed when we go that bit.
Alright.
No, this
I
is
wonder who this is.
way. This is the superior way to experience.
Yeah, I wonder who the fuck this is. Anyways, let's keep going.
Who are you?
Aren't I your mom? Show me a piece. The one who gave birth to you.
No. Liar!
L.
L plus late ratio.
L plus ratio plus get bored, idiot.
Damn, she tucked it.
Hey, Rudolph.
What?
Do you want to make a cute younger sister for Battler?
Hey, save that talk for when it's just the two of us.
Sister?
Yeah, a sister. After all, isn't being an only child tedious?
Yeah, probably. Ellipses. I can't imagine having a sister. I don't have any confidence we get along.
If you were my cute daughter, I'd do a cartwheel every day since my liver would still be intact.
What?
Damn!
Wait, if you were my cute daughter, I'd do it. What?
He wouldn't start drinking.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
It's that
Be quiet, you unhealthy dad.
She was eaten and forgotten. Again, I think this is an awful power. What's interesting is, why did her existence erasure fail to work on only Angie?
I can't tell if something we should keep in mind. Or it's just an embellishment of fantasy.
The goal of this game is just to determine Peace's identity. It's a little different from Byato and Oni-chan's game. That's true. In my game, I ask for the illusion of the witch and then for answer of who am I. Peace. In this game, do you have to smash the illusion of the witch?
The question you gave us of who am I is just one question. Is there truly only one question to this? If that's the case, and the witch illusion you're showing us, the person called the Witch of the Peace is the culprit, right?
If the discussion starts heading in a meaningless direction, both me and my master will be bored. Since you've at least made it to the entrance to the labyrinth, I think it's fine to use some guidance. So allow me to state this clearly in red.
Oh, this ought to be good.
The purpose of the game is to expose my identity. It's not a question of affirming or denying fantasy.
If that's the case, getting to the heart of things is simple. Blue Declaration. You are Peace. Witch of the Peace.
Of course, that is not true. I'll say it in red. I am a person who has existed from episode 1 through episode 8.
That's impossible. Nobody who can swallow existence whole has ever appeared.
Maybe they have the power when they appeared but never showed it.
It doesn't matter if you know about it or not. During episodes 1 through 8, I existed and had that power. And now, due to the wishes of my master, I am sharing this power for the first time.
If that's the case, I have another question. So this person is... Wait, Angie. It seems there is still more to this event. You'll still be able to ask questions even after Peace has exposed her hand. Seems so. Well, now that I and Mom have been erased, who's next?
Maybe she'll ask, who am I after everybody on Rokenjima is erased? Isn't that how Byato got her answer?
No, that's not it. She already said in red she's a person who exists from episode 1 through episode 8. Peace. Please continue. And of course, fast forward.
Of course. After this, Pietro and Kinzo realized somebody had gotten through their magic and started a battle of peace. A battle with Kinzo's powerful summoning magic, Pieto's powerful witchcraft. Shannon and Cannon's furniture powers, and Genji's battle magic began to unfold.
Genji has battle magic?
It's probably
However-
a weird translation thing.
However, if you wish to fast forward through that, I will do so. Peace.
Huh? We're going past my highlight reel. What a shame.
Huh? Come to think of it, Genji had a strong presence in the fantasy realm. We never had a battle scene, right?
Him and Ronove are two sides of the same coin. It's regrettable, but fast forward. Please fast forward smoothly, Peace.
No, I want to see Genji's battle magic!
You did, it's Ronove's.
Understood, Peace.
Aww, but I want to see Genji kick ass.
You threw that knife.
As you wish, I will fast forward past the charades and the garbage illusions.
I get exactly one.
The intruder who transported the Ashurmia family into the spirit world.
That's not her talking!
Oh, okay, yeah.
The intruder transported the Shurmir family into the spirit world. Peace. Although they couldn't prevent her invasion. Oh.
Well, they couldn't prevent her invasion. Kinzo and Bieto were able to detect an uncomfortable feeling. Bieto, Kinzo, Genji, Shannon, and Cannon challenged Peace to introduce herself as the Witch of the Underworld. However, while they realized Peace was an uninvited guest from the Underworld, they didn't realize that she had already sacrificed 2 people. Ashurmia Kyrie and Ashurmia Angie. The truth was, she already existed their existences from this world. When facing a foreign body that tries to unilaterally alter its world, or its fragment, the only true defense is an antibody reaction.
The metaphors are all over the place!
No. It was difficult to fully convince them that Peace was an enemy. The strong barrier would alert them of any visitors outside the fragment, and alert them to her. However, as everybody faced off against Peace, they recognized her as a familiar relative. Bieto immediately saw through an uncomfortable feeling. She saw through her power and felt like it was likely that her opponent had the power to erase existence, books, and fragments.
As you'd expect from somebody who just introduced herself as an advising alchemist. Congratulations for seeing through my power. However, have you seen any further?
What is she talking about?
Cannon.
I think that's Genji.
No, it's the Shannon.
Oh. Right now, there are 5 of us fighting. Do you really think there were 5?
Huh?
Perhaps there were 6 of us.
And following Cannon and Shannon, there had been one more servant with the On in their name. As someone has been sacrificed as a lesson, less On.
Luna, my beloved.
Isn't it similar to my golden magic?
Now that you mention it, yes. However, it's a stingy power that can't even give me a single gold coin. I see. It's the same as golden magic.
If we're denying fantasy, that's the easiest way to explain it.
It's unpleasant. If 6-year-old me got my existence erased from this farce from the beginning, why would Oni-chan be on good terms with my parents?
That's right. The golden ingots are piling up. I'm absolutely not going to say that my sister doesn't exist.
Oni-chan?
I don't like that face.
Get away from me!
Yeah, I don't either.
Hey, Peace. A quick question. If you wanted to swallow a bit this Brocon, then please go for it.
I'm not going to follow your backs in checkmate, Peace.
The metaphors are out of control! That's me saying that. Oh shit, Cannon!
In the meantime, the number of people Kinzo and Bieto led quickly reduced in number. Even though they didn't remember how many people were originally in the group, a distorted, strange battle began to unfold. The last remaining, Bieto, was fighting fiercely in the midst of a strange sense of bewilderment. This is Beatrice.
Am I the only one fighting this monster? Am I not fighting alongside anybody else? If I haven't been fighting alone since the beginning, has the world been altered? You monster.
Thank you, Beast. That's the highest praise for my master, Beast. Huh? This, it can't be.
Piece's hair, which had gulped down 5 people, suddenly spit something out. That thing was a thing that the eyes couldn't see. The swallowed victim's existence.
I see. Unlike normal humans, those words and message can be easily swallowed. Even to the very end, you're shrewd, Beast.
Seemed that she couldn't entirely erase the fact that Kyrie and Angie existed. Angie and Kyrie's names are family names were erased, but it seems that those 5 didn't lose that.
Well, it's fine, Beast. Now there aren't any obstacles, Beast. But it seems like it ends the fun Halloween party. Those poor servants. Now it seems that only Goda and Kumasawa are the ones signing up, Beast.
Damn right.
A couple servants. Oh, wait. Who?
A couple servants who hadn't seen before materialized and started flapping about. Since I ate 3 of the servants, I thought tonight would be difficult for them, but it doesn't seem to be a problem.
The lively and fun Halloween party gradually became a laid-back and relaxed one as the night went on. Everyone was smiling and no one was sad. It was a night full of happiness.
I went to the effort to make that fun and cheesy magic rattle, please. But since you didn't like it, I had to cut it short. Isn't it unfortunate, please?
I don't mind. If you spend too long explaining the food, it has no meaning.
You hooked us at the table. Is having food fresh out of the oven in a restaurant one of its core principles?
However, if you don't have a full set of silverware, it's impolite to stick your hands in and eat.
That's right. I have no plans to tell you to eat with your bare hands. Please, use your red fork and your blue spoon to your heart's content, please.
First, you want an answer from us. That is to say, the witch's identity. I want to make something a little clearer regarding that.
That is, do you exist as one person from episode 1 to episode 8? Let me clarify. Is that person a person all 3 of us can recognize?
Recognize?
For example, this text I can't read. In episode 8, the expression Lambda-Delta's many terrifying monster friends was said. Wasn't that one of those monsters was the right answer, even though they appeared in this fragment? We wouldn't know its name or who it was. Therefore, it would be impossible for us to give you the correct answer.
Ah, I understand. Let me say this in red, please. You 3 definitely know my name. In other words, my existence and name is one that exists within all your memories.
Memory? In other words, we've met then?
I cannot answer that question. That would greatly reduce the number of possible answers, which would dampen the excitement, please.
That's not surprising. We're three people with varying life circumstances who have met and haven't met different people. If she answers that, the scope of possible answers would be quite restricted.
However, inside the cat box are humans, and witches and furniture and weapons and so forth. How many names have ever appeared in the script?
Just by assuring us that it's possible to answer correctly, the difficulty level has dropped. However, there are three of us. Witch and human.
Inside and outside the cat box. That's still you, fuck.
We all have differing situations.
Even so, I can crush all three of you in one blow. My master has so much confidence that he told me to fight all three of you at once, Beast.
Did she always have a crown?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I never noticed.
That's right. I didn't mention one for the game's conditions.
Then come. After all, this is a decent story.
Give us the condition then. There are three of us and only one of you. If there isn't a handicap for us, it won't be interesting.
It's not anything significant. When everybody arrives at a final theory, I want you to agree upon it and announce it together, please. Whatever you choose is your answer. If one of you doesn't agree, it won't be submitted, please.
To confirm, is there a limit on the number of times we can declare an answer?
If we were to recite every name that we knew from A to Z, wouldn't we eventually hit the correct one? If we don't have a limit on the number of answers we can declare, it's not really a game. Idiot. Why are you proposing a rule that will only strangle your neck? It would still be our win. The three of us would arrive in this and trounce on a single blow. What's more fun than that?
So this time around, it's not shotgun deductions, but more like a sniping rifle.
Of course, you can make countless checks in blue. But after you've found the outline, you take it out of one shot.
My master didn't order me to put a restriction on the number of dice. But if you're interested in showing me a heated logic battle, I would be glad to accept your request.
Good grief. Thanks to that, trying to find the right name will no longer be a trivial fight.
Let's begin. Let's take everyone's views into consideration.
With that, let's start, peace!
This is gonna get good.
Rattler crossed his arms and looked up at the night sky. Like I did in the games with Beato. Why step into the position of denying fantasy? Well, I decide everything is magic, so my brain won't ache. First, Angie and Kirei were eaten and their existences were erased. In doing this, it meant that from the beginning of this world, they didn't exist. But the peace version of me and my old geezer believed that I had no younger sister. Think about it in simple terms. It's like Beato's cherished golden magic. Namely that money is paid in order to create a false narrative. They had vast sums of money to get people to say that Angie and Kirei were not in the family. However, both me and my geezer believe the idea of ladies first, and we're natural contrarians. Whether it's by bribery or a threat, I wonder if we'd submit to this request to behave as if Angie and Kirei didn't exist. No. It's possible they could be hostages. So Angie and Kirei could have been taken hostage, and then we would be ordered to act as if they didn't exist? Peace. Just to clarify, what is the motive behind this strange event?
Oh, as you'd expect from Battler. I also would like to know. Me too. If some ridiculous whim caused this event, it will break the immersion of this fragment and reasoning will be totally pointless.
So you're saying not to make like it of the human heart?
The who done it, the how done it, and the why done it. As one of those three blades approach the mystery of the witch, Also determine the standing of the witch. The standing of the witch.
The why done it is particularly important. That is what I think is the most important answer for mysteries.
There is no reason to distrust is any fragment my master created. So I will state it in red. There is no motive and heart behind this incident. There is.
There is.
There is motive and heart behind this incident.
Heart?
Kitty. I hope you know that it's a motive that both yourselves and any human can understand. In other words, it's not the kind of paranoid self-righteous. Oh no, that is you.
That was me.
Yeah, I was
It's
waiting,
cool.
but
These are really confusing, honestly.
yeah.
In other words, it's not a kind of paranoid self-righteous motive that only the culprit can understand.
Kitty. I said the line. Orange?
Orange, yeah?
Warren?
Oh, he's dead.
Oh boy. Damn,
I get to voice Battler and.
dead.
No, you don't.
I'm
Sit
not dead.
down.
What the fuck happened?
Oh,
Squid
my
Game.
my fucking teeth are bothering me, so I went to get some floss, and I thought I knew where it was, but I can't fucking find it.
Isn't it in your bathroom?
Yeah, no, that's where it should be, but I can't find it anymore. I couldn't find it in the place where I expected it to be.
That's weird.
You know.
Just give me like one more second.
Yeah, take your break. We can talk about this. My god, this creature. This horrible creature. I love her.
Are you already drunk?
I've been drinking tequila!
He drank fucking tequila.
Are you? Wait, you're drinking?
I told you I was drinking. I said in the chat I was drinking tequila.
I was not looking at the chat.
I also think I said it out loud. Yeah, I figured. Okay, this is a jank stream. This is time for a drank stream.
I
How
can't
fast
even
does it
complain.
take you to get drunk, Bone?
God, I weigh 115 pounds. I am a.
Oh, so it comes quick.
Yes, although it wasn't as quick as I thought, because I thought tequila hit me instantly, but it still takes a little while. Do you have a theory, Con? Do you have a theory of what this creature is?
Hey man, I'm just over here trying to follow along the best I can. My brain is going blank.
Really? Because normally you're on the ball with this one.
I would like to formally apologize about my earlier incident.
Incident? What is
It was fine. Literally nobody remembers
Joshy,
that.
whenever I was
You know what? I was embarrassed.
Joshy, whenever we were doing Undertale, don't worry, this isn't gonna be spoilers. AC was like, AC was doing a character, and I was like, you know, I wonder how I could interpret that character. So I just started practicing that character, and apparently, I think having like numlock on locks on my mic. So I was just trying to do this character as AC was doing it at the same time. Because it just locked on my mic without me realizing.
Do you know about how many lines of characters I didn't voice I've practiced with Push to Talk?
Yeah, me too.
But
I also hot mic'd Major Modern General to try to practice Nanjo.
So
But,
you are the
like,
jury model of a major modern general?
I just randomly doing Makoto Naegi in the middle of the goddamn stream.
Also,
that's
Yes, Kaneko,
I missed that?
Major Modern of the Modern
You missed me accidentally hot micing me doing a Makoto Naegi line.
I wish I saw
No, you are the very model of a modern major general.
I am indeed a modern Major General.
Very
I'm
nice.
also a doctor. I don't remember why.
I didn't even notice
very
when
good to be a
Zaz invaded the.
I actually-
That's who joined.
I heard the ping and I assumed it was Zaz, but the reason why it fucks me up is because Zaz is now in a different location because he's now synced up.
I was trying to figure out who was joining, but I couldn't, and it's like I didn't even notice Zaz was here, and I also didn't notice that he wasn't here.
But yes, I knew because like usually Zaz does sometimes pop in the middle of the streams, and I assume that is his.
We ran out of floss. Oh no!
Ran out of floss.
We're
So
out of floss. Audience, we're out of
Anyways.
floss. Linda, where'd your floss?
It's not some unexpected reason that only the culprit would find important when they say they die while striking them with a coat hanger.
Wait, what?
Because they couldn't see Mount Fuji. But a third person would go, you would take a person's life for that, right?
What are you talking about, Bella?
Fuck? Can... Okay.
I'm not.
What?
This is me being drunk, right? Like,
Can't
he
tell me
just
to
said nonsense,
apologize.
Oni-chan, you should apologize. If possible, rub your forehead against the ground.
Did he make a bad joke?
Sorry.
He's actually doing it! He's kowtowing!
I think we just got a nice big hint. By looking at the motive, they can be very useful in approaching the truth. Let's confirm once more. Many people were sacrificed. Does the culprit hold a motive to kill all of them?
Of course, Beast.
For Kiri and Angie, it was clear you made a conscious decision to kill them. But what about Grandpa, Beato, Shannon, Cannon, and Genji? Were you just putting out sparks, or was there an obvious motive?
It was.
Huh?
That was an honest and unexpected answer. Oh.
Her target was just Kiri and Angie. Everyone else was just her putting out the sparks. If that's the case, I can follow the lines of the family tree. For example, the person who bears the biggest grudge against Kiri and Angie would be Kiri's younger sister, Kasumi Sumadera. I've already seen the depths of her grudge and madness in her earlier fragment. I'm not convinced it's her, but she has an understandable motive. However, if Kasumi was the culprit, she would only have the grudge against Kirie, and she shouldn't resent the other members of the family. Going by the illusion of the witch, the murderers of the other members were just her sweeping away sparks. That's different. If Kasumi is the culprit, Grandpa would just barely be her target. Doesn't like she expressly targeted Beato, Shannon, Cannon, or Genji. I think I found a trail to follow.
I'll be clear, so let me declare it in red, please. I have reason to make Beato, Kiri, Angie, Genzo, Cannon, Shannon, and Genji disappear.
Why?
She doesn't have to answer that.
One second.
Yo, this music pops.
Which one is this again?
Birth of a New Witch.
Birth of the New Witch. I'm almost out tequila. Oh no.
Please do not drink the rest of that.
I'm not gonna drink the rest. I didn't even drink that much.
You are already slurring
You're already
your words.
slurring your words, man.
Yes, yes. It doesn't take much tequila to give me this slurring.
Let's keep going.
No, I'll answer. In red truth.
Huh?
The nature of the witch's game, you don't give out necessary hints that could draw your opponent closer to yourself, much less state your motive in red. But Peace was doing that. At that moment, she wasn't like the amusing witch they'd seen up until now. Her eyes gave off a weird feeling like the eyes of a doll.
In order for me to come onto this game board, there were pieces that should not exist. For several of the victims, I originally was going to allow them to leave. However, because of their circumstances, I couldn't allow them to stay on the game board. Therefore, they were removed. Don't misunderstand. The removal does not neglect the heart. However, for those I truly wanted to kill, I ignored their heart and showed them no mercy or pity as I removed them from the game board.
That calm intensity made everyone gulp. Right now she was not gripped by strong emotions, and she was not the witch of the game board. She was speaking from the heart of the culprit. A confession. The ones who you really wanted to kill. Who on earth were they? Whether the Kyrie was the main target and killing everyone else is unavoidable. But with this, I don't get it at all. For example, Grandpa could be your main target. In order to get a chance to kill him, she could have killed Kyrie and then impersonated her to get into the family conference. If we accepted the illusion of the witch as truth, Beato was the main target, and that the process of killing her created some sort of trick. And everybody else was just the victims caught in the crossfire. In particular, if you look at how people were killed, the way they were killed in the illusion story is similar to the way that the victims appear. For example, it would be similar to Beato's epitaph murders. No. In the first place, as far as the choices of victims goes, having a phony target in a real world would make the how done unnecessary. But in that case, she said, they were all pieces that couldn't exist. So it's in conflict with what she said earlier.
For the how done it, doesn't it seem like she suspended a spider's thread and has now entangled it with our thought? I think we figured something important out, but at this point there's no use in being captives, and I didn't get to finish reading that line. Being captives of our own thoughts.
Ah, that's true.
Peace.
As she was looking down laughing at us, I kept being reminded of somebody. Oh fuck, that wasn't me.
That's Angie.
Mm-hmm.
As she was looking down and laughing at us, I kept being reminded of somebody.
Who?
I don't have any line of motivation for her, but I've been trying to think of what this witch's aura brings to mind.
Who am I?
That haughtiness and laugh with their intellectual overbearance. It's just like my comrade. That person.
This is unexpected, Comrade Angie. As a witch of truth, it is only natural that I have both grace and wits. So, how is this tacky witch of pieces similar to me?
Oh god, the height here too!
Yeah, the perspective gets wonky.
How do they fuck up Erica's sprite?
They didn't fuck it up, it's just perspective.
I don't think you're the same. What do you think of this?
Show me, Comrade Angie, the truth that you have spun!
The fucking perspective.
It can't be. She showed up.
Isn't your sister a witch that can revive the dead? If Angie believes that life and death doesn't matter.
But she doesn't call herself a witch that can revive the dead.
Others don't understand, but that means they don't have reason to deny it. That's the power of the Witch of Resurrection.
To summarize, Angie's brain can call off virtual personalities at will, like parallel thought processing.
Oh wow.
Wow!
Wait, what? Parallel thought processing?
It's a handy sort of magic piece.
That is a
Parallel
term that will come up
processing is a
much
form
farther down the
of
line.
CPU.
Farther down the line?
Yes.
Erica was the only uninvited guest to drift ashore onto Rakangia. There was nobody else the regular who showed up at the Halloween party.
I'm the great detective, loved by those who deny the assure me a family culprit theory.
It's not fixed what kind of person Erica originally was. All we know is that she fell off a cruise ship.
However, when I appeared on the witch's game board, I had one trait. An intellectual rapist. It was a disgusting nickname. That was an intellectual supremacist who looked down on others, and who got the greatest joy from intellectually violating people.
What does that mean?
After she drifted ashore, they welcomed her as an overnight guest.
She's a bitch.
She acted superior and irritated them, so it's possible that the Ashirmia family all conspired together to create a fake murder case.
Damn.
No matter which trick you use, my perfect autopsy means you can't wriggle out of being in the suspect list by playing dead.
What do you think of this scenario? During a Halloween party, Erica drifted ashore and was welcomed as a guest. During the party, the family was very excited from all the puzzles and quizzes. The self-proclaimed detective arrived there, couldn't read the room, and kept answering and answering, dumbfounding the adults. Then, the adults who wanted to clear away their humiliation for being beaten— oh, that's you talking? I'm gonna shut up
Then
now.
the adults who wanted to clear away their humiliation from being beaten by me planned a clumsy farce.
For example, me and Mom suddenly disappearing. The next morning, Dad and Onichan would ask Erica about it, and Kyrie would jump out as a prank in order to startle and tease her.
If you look at all the past fragments, the Ashirame family is quite good at acting and enjoys it.
The people are all awful.
She was surprised by their acting. Or perhaps the servants who would continue to play Dad, and then they'd act out the serial murder case.
The crazy story had appeared in one of the past games records. But that, regardless of whether or not they understood the motive, even if it was presently one-sided, Angie's reasoning couldn't be blocked.
However, that answer requires 3 people to agree to do it. So I'm going to hit you with the one-sided truth that me and Erica came to.
Just by imagining that lovely face distorting already has me reaching a climax!
Keep it to yourself!
I see. Really, you had the same archetype piece.
If there are two
You got two silly pieces on the board. It truly is a nuisance piece.
The perspective of this is a mess.
Oh, I see that we only resemble each other in atmosphere. Is it a hindrance that our brain capacities are so different?
Peace!
Good duh!
Blue Declaration. The culprit is Burudo Erica. This sequence of events was all to trick Erica, or was a farce to mock her. Everybody suddenly acting like we didn't exist at all was arranged beforehand. That will explain what you just said with Red Truth. For several of the victims, I originally was going to allow them to live. However, because of their circumstances, I couldn't allow them to stay on the game board. Therefore, they were removed. This is the meaning of Erica's perfect autopsy. For this woman who calls herself an intellectual rapist, somebody who is an intellectual inferior, challenging her with a mystery is akin to blasphemy. She would fly into a rage, and by way of that perfect autopsy, she would change the fate of this silly play.
Check!
And mate. Everything can be explained by the motive of Erica having her pride as an intellectual rapist hurt.
For your Red Truth of, however, for those I truly wanted to kill, I ignore the heart and show them no mercy or pity. You presented a grave sin of trying to fool the great detective with a farce. You tried on a great detective. According to the book, that's the same as blasphemy towards God. So naturally, they would be divinely punished. How about that?
For Erica, as well as Ushirimiya Angie.
This degree of logic is possible!
As Erica and Angie stood back to back and attacked Peace, they pointed their index fingers at her. Even though 2 people were pointing at Peace, she didn't lose her calm smile. Yes, post the CG says. Angie and the others, well, the other Witch of Truth, showed off of a wink with their signature pose, as a faintly glowing swarm of butterflies danced about them.
Peace. I truly am grateful for your peace, heartful logic, peace. However, as I already said, I need all 3 of you to agree for me to accept it, peace. At any rate, you only have one chance. The great Lady Beatrice leaving that rule on yourself.
You've given us a stupid rule. But it's not much of a problem. You two just need to agree to this story. Angie. Are you really making an Erica culprit theory? Is there anything else I can do? If the culprit was limited to humans, your theory would be good. But isn't making a resident of the witch's illusion the culprit an illegal move? Lambda has her monster friends, Featherin has her black cats following her, and Burncastel has Lambda Delta. Isn't this a free-for-all? Yes, this is a free-for-all. For this reason, if we focus on what's possible, we'll be able to uncover the truth. What do you mean?
When there are multiple people involved, it's impossible to tell just who the culprit is. And Peace's first read truth clearly stated, I'm a person who existed from episode 1 through episode 8.
In other words, in order to expose Peace's identity, your howdunit and whodunit aren't enough to pinpoint a single specific culprit. Just now, you and Oni-chan said you were trapped and confused by Peace as you were searching for the howdunit. So I looked for the who and why since I thought that was the highest chance of figuring out her name.
That's no good! Probability is high, but there's no reasoning behind it. You'll never be able to figure her out like that. So when you've gone on your reasoning, you can start. Angie had also thought about it, but her weak point was that her head would get clouded with emotion if her older brother was involved. So, when the reasoning she built up was denied by two people, it took some time to regain her composure.
You've given up on the who, why, and how. How are we supposed to reason now? Then it's my turn. I'm not a detective. I'm a witch. And witches don't reason.
Me and Angie have been challenging the puzzle under the assumption that it's a human culprit. But now Beto can flip that premise over and attack from there.
It's like what QDA said. I'll turn the chessboard over on her.
I'm sorry, can I spin the chessboard around instead?
Sure, you can say spin the chessboard around.
Thank you. That sounds a lot better.
I'm going to spin the chessboard around. However, I'm not going to imagine the culprit's point of view. I didn't get to finish.
Sorry.
I'm not going to turn over the assumption that the culprit is a human.
What do you... Oh,
what do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Will it be a little different from Lady Beatrice's past games?
Isn't pulling in a residence of the witch illusion a free-for-all? If you accept the fact that she swallowed humans' existence as truth, we won't know who did it. This isn't funny! Wasn't you said if they do that, the truth will never be uncovered? On the contrary. For the who and how, anything goes does not apply. But the why is different.
It was possible for Featherin or Burncastle to commit the crime. They wouldn't have motive to commit such a twisted scenario.
Don't those witches enjoy killing on a whim? Asking for a motive for them is foolish. Just thinking about it is futile.
Now that you know all of what
happened in the cat box. Can you say that in front of Beato?
That. Ugh.
In Balor's eyes, this is no joke or laughing matter. And she realized that she had misspoken. It's a witch's game. Anything goes. It's ridiculous to think about since it's abnormal, crazy, and strange. But you can't neglect it. The heart! The witches are ridiculous. And they have absurd powers that they can just use as they please. But they only have one, just like a baby or an animal. It's bugging me. They don't convey the heart. In simple terms, they're contrarians who aren't upfront. Even though they want someone to reach their human heart, they can't help but avoid humans. They don't speak frankly about it either. You lot are helpless, foolish, pitiable idiots!
Oh, was that supposed to be me speaking there?
Maybe? I don't... Go ahead.
It's really hard to tell.
Mm.
This is why you can't treat the witch's game carelessly!
Oh no, it's me.
Okay.
You're a stupid, lonely fool! But you're still doing your best to frantically write out this fragment! So I definitely won't say that. Just thinking about this is futile! Beatrice.
I can't match the man who treated the millennia-old witch's message bottle like the first love letter in elementary school I wrote.
Battler. I don't know if your words are spoken from the mouth of a human or from the mouth of the Lord of the Golden Land and husband of the Golden Witch. When I got my master's orders, when I came here, I couldn't help but think that this was annoying. I wouldn't gain anything by coming here. Rather, I thought it would just make me hate myself. However, this was worth doing. From your mouth, just by listening to those words. Just with those words, it was worth coming here today on a witch's errand.
Beato. In peace. And furthermore, the unaccountable number of witches I haven't met. I'm sorry. In addition, you've already declared it red. This event clearly has motive and heart. I'm embarrassed I lost my self-control and got sulky. Don't worry about it. I'd expect something refreshing like that from Battler's sister. But didn't the way I approached the howldunit set you back?
You're right. But at least limited your suspects to just humans.
Anything goes, but can you seriously read a witch's heart from the howldunit?
You can. If it truly lacked a human's heart, she wouldn't have the form of a human. Even if they completely become witches, they still want to get close to others, so they take the forms of humans. If they earnestly look down on humans and lose interest in them, they think that the form of a human is stupid and they stop adopting it. And the form that they then take is scraps of seaweed. They sink, flutter, and fall into the sea of fragments, eventually becoming a flake of snow piled up in the depths of oblivion.
Ooh.
The one who doesn't neglect the heart is the wizard harding right. He is undeniably a witch killer. My immediate master hasn't forgotten that human. Assure me a battler.
We'll say it's still you, I think.
That's right. All the ghosts of witches want to be defeated like that, with the eulogy, so together. Like Rock and Gemma's Beatrice. Honestly, it's unfortunate, please.
Unfortunate.
Honestly, this sorry fucking such a cute kid like you as her husband is a grave sin to the wishes of the Senate.
Really?
Still you.
What idiots.
For somebody low rank like me, it's crushing. Butter isn't suitable for you.
Interesting. Are you going to try anything, you old hag?
The two of you love free-willing logic, but I won't give you that leeway.
She didn't know if she was being irritated by Peace's mood or by her wrath. But while Peace and Beato were doing that, it surely felt as if invisible sparks were calmly floating about. What's driving these two? Oh, fuck, it's you. Never mind.
What's driving those two?
It's fine. You've crossed a great distance over the sea of nothing to come here. So it's only fair that I give you a warm welcome. I think that's...
Now, Beatrice, rip open my golden brains. I do not understand.
I'm just gonna say, you go...
Switch of the piece. Rip her open.
No, this is Peace. This is Peace.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's fine, it's fine.
So, then what was the previous line? Should I read it? I don't know.
This woman, the Witch of the Peace.
Okay. This woman, this Witch of the Peace, rip her open. That's right. What Butler said is correct. When she's so lonely, and because of that habit, they're clumsy, stupid idiots who can't communicate that. In a single word, I'm lonely. So please, pay attention and finish this with a single word. Read this tedious tale, whose cool contents are crammed into 1,000 bottles and cast into the sea. It will take 1,000 years to tell. Anybody who would want to read it is an idiot who would wait on the beach for 1,000 years 1,000 times over.
I'm going to tear you open. And then, I'll accept your message.
Why did Kyrie, Angie, Beato, Kinzo, Shannon, and Cannon have to disappear? She said.
And Genji.
And Angie. In order for me to arrive on this...
and Genji. You
And
left
Genji.
Genji out of there.
In order for me to arrive on this game board, they were all pieces that do not exist. What does that mean? Oh, this is actually... I think this is still Beatrice's reasoning, so go ahead.
Yes.
If we didn't find my fancy, I'd interpret as an unshakable intent to kill them. But since this is a witch's game, shouldn't there be another way to interpret it? For example, we cannot appear in front of those who possess the anti-magic toxin.
However, that rule shouldn't apply to pieces who appear on other than you guys.
Are they not able to exist at the same time as them? Could it be something like that? In order for me to come to this game board, she couldn't allow those pieces to exist.
Beato! You shouldn't get caught in such stiff logic. Aren't you the Golden Witch who might have managed to solve that old geezer's shitty riddle? I believe this is still, Beatrice, so go ahead.
At any rate, Kinzo's epitaph didn't require witty reasoning. It was just childish, self-important wordplay. You needed flexible thinking. You didn't need precise mathematics. You needed to attack with whatever delusional inspiration you got from word association.
Well, well. Are you calling me mystery new world play? This is an important matter. And since it seems you don't understand, I'll set it clearly in red truth. Aren't riddles my specialty? I'm even better at them than you are.
Huh? Oh, she's specifically stating it in red.
So you were completely immersed in solving riddles? Since around the time you met Battler? Isn't 10 or so years of such a small stretch of time? Unlike you, I'm not a little girl. Ever since before you were born, I'd always loved riddles and was very good at them. It's regrettable that I wasn't able to challenge the riddle of the epitaph. If I had challenged the riddle of the epitaph together with you, we surely could have solved the childish roleplay that Grandpa frantically dreamed up.
Huh?
But this time, I tried to challenge the riddle of the epitaph for the first time. It's the Witch of the Peace. It was easy.
What?
The riddle of the epitaph revived Beato as the Golden Witch. The odds of arriving at the correct answer were astronomically low. Solving it was like a miracle. Solving it revived the witch and caused a great number of mistakes due to sorrow to begin pressing at her back, which drastically changed the fate of the Ashurmia family on Rokujima. And she called such a cataclysmic riddles child's play, since she found it easy to answer.
Right. What do you call the revival of the Golden Witch, rising after 6 years from nothing? And lowering your human self to furniture whose body was incapable of love. All that was a trigger for the tragedy. But right now, I am tangled up in regret and grief that is fierce as the epitaph's wordplay. If you had challenged it together with me, we could have solved it sooner. With my hands and your enthusiasm, we surely would have grasped the key. However, the fact that I wasn't able to do that was my greatest sin. Because of that, you were born, Bella was shut up in the cat box, and Archie was left all alone in the future. This is all my responsibility. I gave birth to you. I should have given birth earlier. Then, I'm sure everybody would have been much happier.
Who the hell are you? She gave birth to me. Can't be the mom I'd only seen in the portrait. No, it can't be that. It's impossible. Because I'm positive my mother escaped from Kuwadori with Rosa and fell off a cliff to her death. That happened right after giving birth to me. Moreover, right after I was born, I was left in Natsui's care. Even if she's the former Beatrice, my true birth parent, the riddle of the epitaph came too late after that part of her fate. If Peace really was my predecessor, she would have said she raised me and that we spent time together in Kuwadori. For that reason, I don't feel comfortable with the logic that she's my birth parent.
But that line of thinking probably isn't too off base.
She's at a place she can look down on me. But she isn't looking down at me in arrogance. It's from a place similar to trying to guide a young child. It's implausible. It's like she's doing it out of parental love. I don't understand. Is that really true for her? It wasn't really what I had in mind.
Angia. Of course you wouldn't know. Because even though you know my name, we have never met even once. Furthermore, I will say this. Until I became the Witch of the Peace, I did not know your name, or even that you existed.
Then I'd like to know the opposite as well. Did you meet Oni-chan or Beato?
I'll answer. Did I meet those two humans? I didn't just meet them. I listened to their hobbies. I listened to them talk about fashion. I listened to them talk about what they liked. About the weather or the weirdly shaped shells we found at the beach. Really had so many meaningless conversations. I was always willing to talk for hours if I could see their smiling faces.
What is this witch talking about? I can't believe she's giving us another mystery of the solution. I think this... Wait, what? Huh? Who the fuck is talking?
Do you really not know who I am? Hurry up! Isn't what I'm doing right now the verbal equivalent of kicking and screaming?
I understood up to that. But then, why didn't I remember who she is? Cowardice and regret couldn't stop my tears. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, you brute!
I'm the only one she didn't meet, and then she didn't even know I existed. She's undoubtedly related to the Ushimiya family. And yet she didn't even know Angie existed? At that time, I was definitely sick enough to not be able to attend the conference. But regardless of that, I wasn't an illegitimate child. All the members of the Ushimiya family knew I should have known that Ushimiya Angie existed.
Battler's eyes were wide open. Within his heart, he then was certain that he had found the core of the witch piece's true form. The witch of Peace's true form. There was no basis for it. Didn't have evidence either. Nor was there a puzzle piece for guessing the culprit's identity. But even so, he was sure of his answer. Even though the reasoning for it wasn't established. Sure, the answer was not steeped in the mystery genre. Therefore, this was fantasy. Otherwise, she couldn't be here. You're... Yet I would also notice that Battler seemed to have seen through the identity of the witch. But compared to Battler, she was far away from the answer. Therefore, she needed a piece of reasoning. Beatrice.
Why did people need to vanish in order for her to appear on this stage?
It wasn't just Beato and her friends. We can't exist at the same time as her.
I don't understand. Was there somebody else who created furniture like Beato had?
No, that's not it! It wasn't a single person she couldn't meet. There were two members of the Ushimiya family that she couldn't exist alongside.
Who? I don't understand her. I really don't understand.
As tears fell from Angie's face into her teacup, she scratched her head in anger over her own weakness. But she didn't stop thinking.
I don't remember her. I want to remember her. I need to remember. I want to receive it. As the last survivor of the Ushimiya family, as the Witch of the Future, isn't that my one responsibility?
Angie, I got you to this place because I wanted to be cruel to you. I'm a piece whose existence is incompatible with yours. But I met you, and I understand now. You're trying to live a straightforward life, even if you're awkward and simple-minded. All that was inherited from your brother. If we had met, we surely would have gotten along. That is what I believe. Even so, I would like to give thanks from the bottom of my heart to the two of us who were able to meet today by some miracle.
It can't be. She's...
That's it. This girl is... she's...
Angie, my wickedness tried to get revenge not only on Kirie, but on you too. For a feud between two women, the right thing to do is to only drag those involved into the coffin. But then, even though I'd never met you, since you were her daughter, I wanted your heart, to console my own. And the trivial reason was why I called you here. As a parent, I am ashamed of myself.
I never met you. I've only seen you in pictures. But I know who you are. The picture. Just by seeing you smiling in a picture. I hated you. That family photo without me. Dad and Oni-chan. You're smiling in a family that I didn't know. I detested it. I wasn't alive then, but I was still jealous. That's right. We couldn't meet due to the wheels of time. And even if we did meet, we wouldn't have been able to stay together. You and I sit on opposite sides of the seesaw. Your dad is the fulcrum. We can't exist at the same time as family members. Your name is Ushiromiya Asumu.
Oh wow, one of my things.
Dad's late wife, who passed away before I was born.
Angie, that is still only a small part of the answer. Because you still need to deny the terrible fragment I brought with me.
Huh?
Once Angie, Beato, and Battler arrived at a unanimous answer, they would give it to her. And yet wanted peace? No. Asumu. Want to hear from Angie's mouth.
Well then, start the autopsy. Kids certainly love to kill things twice.
What?
The scenario of Ashuramiya Asumu not dying and continuing to hold her rank as a member of the Ashuramiya family was pure fantasy. It was a fairy tale. So long as Asumu was Rudolph's wife, she was a legitimate member of the family and thus invited to the family conference. Naturally, the family would not recognize Rudolph marrying a second wife, so only his legal wife, Asumu, would have been invited. So the fact that Asumu existed in this fragment automatically meant that Ashuramiya Kyrie could not exist in it. Kyrie herself would exist, but not as an Ashuramiya. She would be Sumadera Kyrie. Therefore, Ashuramiya Kyrie and her existence would vanish. The same could be said for Angie. The reason Battler left the family was Angie's birth date. If you counted backwards from the final month of the pregnancy, it was evidence that Kyrie and Rudolph had an affair while Asumu was still living. If Asumu was still alive and well, Ashuramiya Angie would not exist. Although she would be recognized, Kinzo would not permit Angie to enter the Ashuramiya family register. Therefore, Angie would be an illegitimate child. Ashuramiya Angie's existence would vanish, and as a substitute, Sumadera Angie would be born.
I understand it to hear, but why would you say that this fragment is something that will hurt me?
Because I lived, encountered the Battle of the Epitaph, became the Golden Witch before Beato. Solved the Epitaph and learned an important hint. This scenario is pure fantasy.
The human called Ushiromiya Asumu really is the polar opposite of Kyrie.
My mom is fickle. She's also an incredible human being. Kyrie and her are polar opposite. Kyrie thought with logic, but Asumu thought entirely with inspiration. Saw a problem with numbers involved with Kyrie's strong suit. But Asumu was good at solving puzzles that were unsolvable with logic. The riddle of the epitaph is exactly that sort of puzzle. While Kyrie would approach it from the place of logic and reason, that was not a substitute for the answer.
If I lived and your grandfather installed the portrait of the witch and the riddle of the epitaph, I would have solved it. And not only that, I would have known how your grandfather had wanted to solve the epitaph's riddle. So I would have had Beato solve the epitaph right away. This is that sort of fantasy.
As for that, When he sees my resurrection, Kinzo dies in front of me. So at that point in time, Kinzo would have already been dead. Wait. Krause and his conspirators kept the circumstances of Kinzo's death a secret. So even though he was actually dead, they would behave as if he was actually alive.
Mom, as I thought, this world is a little too convenient.
Isn't that how fantasy and fairy tales are? Angie. Oh. No, that's you.
The only need to hide Kinzo's death. The only needed to hide Kinzo's death was when Krause had has financial problems. Fuck. Blah, 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 blah.
In that world, I would not live in despair, but in a far-off, calmer, everyday life. Therefore, after I found the gold, everything would change.
The trigger that tore up Battler and Shannon's relationship with Osamu's death. However, in this fantasy where Osamu did not die, the two of them could continue their friendship. The seed of unrequited love placed in Shannon's chest, whose roots tormented her with pain during several years of hell, was never planted. After that, as Osamu herself said, it was all a fairy tale. Aww.
Oh.
Shut up, just keep going.
This is so fucking cute, you guys. Come. Stop laughing!
Ryukishi,
my God.
Fucking
what are you
cute.
doing, man?
This is not Ryukishi Prom. This is adorable, but it's also really funny with the juxtaposition.
Those two grew up healthy.
I just...
And then suddenly the riddle of the epitaph appeared in the mansion. Osamu's intuition told her that Kinzo wanted Shannon to perform some sort of miracle. Although he was quiet, Genji was poor at keeping secrets, and with just a couple of questions, Osamu discerned that this was setting some sort of an animosity with his illegitimate child. Nando told Kinzo that his years remaining were short and that he should settle his regrets, tell the truth to the girl who didn't even know her own birth. He hoped for a miracle and left it to time to decide, even though the chance of failure was high. Osamu, who was good at puzzles, similar encouraged the mystery-loving Battler and Shannon to attempt and solve the riddle of the epitaph. She watched and guided them so that they could arrive at the right answer. At the beginning of the year in which the epitaph first appeared, the 20 billion yen of gold had been found by a young boy and girl.
Angie, I will say it in place of her over and over again. This is her fairy tale.
At first, Angie was confused as to why Beato and Peace kept apologetically repeating this was a fantasy over and over again. But little by little, she began to understand that uncomfortable feeling.
And then...
The girl took a share for herself, one large enough for a more than a merely comfortable life, then gave the rest to the Ashurmia family relatives. Therefore, all of the relatives had enough to settle their financial problems. Concealing Kinzo's death was unnecessary. There was no reason to quarrel, even just a happy island. So the reason Beata disappeared was that she left the island.
That's right. Because I did not have the seeds and roots of the Sea of Love within me, I wasn't tormented by it. Nothing tied me to the island, and it wasn't necessary to act the part of the Golden Witch.
Genji disappeared because the master he had served died, and Beata left the island.
Since he no longer felt any personal obligation towards me and Kinzo, he decided to leave the island and lead the rest of his life quietly. With Kinzo's death and my decision to leave the island, Genji no longer had anything tying him to Rokenjima.
Therefore, their forms would have... Oh, this is still you.
Therefore, their forms would have vanished with the 1986 Halloween party. That is to say, in this game, within the exact moment of the 1986 Halloween party, depending on if Osamu is alive or not, there are two errors in the fragment that could direct the which piece is devouring your opponent's existence. It's like a game of spot the difference.
That's correct. One side of the coin is shut up inside the tragedy of the cat box. The other, with the exception of you and Kyrie, lives in the world of happiness. Beato's dream was granted. Butler's dream of living with his relatives and going to the same school materialized. He wouldn't be hurt by his mother's death and his father's remarriage. He would also gladly accept that miracle.
I see. If that's true, then the three of us will agree on an answer and expose your identity. Even so, I'll deny that answer. Right?
Yes. I heard you. Even if all you arrive at an answer, if only you deny it, your side cannot win. That sort of game was meant to bully you.
I don't get it. Why would you do this? I can't believe. My mother would.
If you don't want to believe it, you don't have to believe it. That too is love. But if you don't believe it, at least try and understand it. Even with just one person you love, one love, you probably understand just how much tragedy one person can cause. Instead, give thanks. Give thanks for the affection she poured into you. So that you don't believe she would want to make herself feel better by tormenting people over a long-held grudge.
After she was told that Rudolph married Kyrie as his second wife once she had died, Asuma couldn't calm her heart. As for her daughter, Angie, she was a foreign contamination, as she absolutely did not recognize as a member of the family. With that emotion at her core, she was made into an assassin piece. She was the sort of ghost who had a deep-seated hatred for Kyrie and her daughter, who had hijacked her family after she died. So even though Angie was not at fault, she tormented her. I'm fine. These circumstances aren't important to me. However, if this fragment is recognized, what happens to Angie? Will she lose her place?
Because my mom married a Tadeushi in my family, a tragedy occurred. If Ushiyumiya Asuma remains as she was, nobody would have been sad. I shouldn't have been born.
That's not true! Even what we just saw was all within our cat box.
That's right. Angie, do not worry about this.
Rather than dishonoring myself in life, I shamed myself after death. So Angie, the one who should be ashamed is me. Not you. In addition, you have a reliable brother. And here, you have a witch who will accept any sort of fragment. You should stay. I should live.
Right. In short, it's that sort of thing. It would be strange for me to feel ashamed of being here. Your ghost would find it to be the funniest thing in the world. Besides, what if the future was happy? In addition, if you embellish it, you can fabricate any sort of future.
Right. So stop holding contempt in your heart for this wicked witch of the peace. Forget about her. Ah, that's right. I have that power, don't I?
Huh? Battler. She's...
Mom? The Witch of Peace's hair danced as if it was a curtain in the wind and billowed out in great sheets.
It's fine. Angie and Battler. I'll cure all your sadness right now.
A beautiful bundle of hair growing like the branches of a large tree slowly enveloped the body of the Witch of Pieces.
It seems I also created a strange human piece. Well, it was short, but I was able to brush off the dust that had piled up on me in the abyss of oblivion. Peace!
Your role was difficult, Witch of Pieces. Be sure to tell your master that you performed your duty well.
Goodbye, Battler. Take care of your sister. Young girls can be much more fragile than you think.
Mom.
Goodbye, Angie. If the future Shimei family was destined to only have one person alive, I'm glad it was you. You're wiser and stronger than anybody. I thought that if it was for the sake of the family, it would be fine for me to make an effort to spill Kira's blood. I can't believe you're related to such a miserable, peasant-loving aunt.
Even though, in my whole life, I never called you Mom. Because my mom was jealous of you, even after your death. I won't doubt that you were my dad's splendid partner.
Thank you. You'll be happy, too. With that, the curtain falls. Your opponent was me, the Witch of the Peace. Peaceful, lovely peace. May the world's humans all be peaceful. Hmm? Peace!
Oh, this fucking music!
I didn't want to ride the Fields train tonight.
I'm glad I woke up.
Oh, that's it? Okay, that was cute.
I told
I was
you.
going to say we ended right on time, and then I looked at the time and went, "Oh, we're a half hour over."
Also,
Okay,
there's a little bit extra. There's like a smidgen
So-
extra.
I'm fine with the.
No, wait, there's more.
Told you, End of the World was a fucking
Oh,
banger.
End of the World lyrics. Oh, it's so
I told
good.
you.
I was like holding
again,
back
what's
and
that
fucking
called?
screaming the lyrics. Like, oh, I love this song
I'm fine with this going over. I did not realize how long this tequila would be in my system. I thought this would be over in like a bit. But, so I would like to ask, so this is apparently, the sprites are apparently from a console version.
Yes.
What are we going with right now? What are we experiencing?
A Frankenstein.
A Frankenstein's
Okay.
monster, yeah.
Is this like a recreation? What is
No, so
this?
this is the original version of Saku. It was Frankenstein like modded when it came out in 2009 for English dubbing or English subbing and the sprites and shit.
Because you're showing some adorable CGs, very professional looking CGs.
These are from the console version.
Those are
Yes.
from the yeah.
So did you like mess up the import?
No,
of
it's
the
just like that.
sprites, or
It's
is
just
No,
like
no.
that, like dead ass.
What we've done until now was specifically a mod that basically ported over the original console version that didn't include this part.
Is this still like a work in progress?
Fun fact about that. When I was reinstalling this, I saw that there's a fucking link to the actual depository that they use for all of the Saku stuff. I went there, it's empty. All that's left is the old archives.
DMC shot it through the head, probably.
Not unlikely.
DMCA.
Look forward to the Nintendo Switch port, I guess. I don't know. Look forward to looking it up on YouTube.
Also, boy, when I was going through this, I did not realize I was literally almost at the end.
How far were you?
I had gotten to the part where they realized it was Asumu.
Oh,
So I
I
was
just never finished it.
You were like right there.
So I was I was taking my guess as Yasu, but I did put earlier that could you imagine if it was Asumu, or like I said something like watch it be Asumu. So I guess my joke answer was right.
To be fair, I think it's like fucking it's pretty easy to figure out that it's Asumu within like minute 1 because she immediately goes to replace Kyrie.
I had a difficult time figuring out it was Asumu.
I mean, I'm not exactly going this at the pace that I normally would.
Like there's been very few named characters that that have not appeared in the story.
Pretty much, yeah. But she did exist the entire time. She just was dead.
He was always dead.
Yeah, I personally did not figure it out until they said it.
The hard part about
3,
figuring out
2, 1.
Hey, do you like him, Saki? Peace!
glad you can make it, everybody. Peace. With this, the curtain falls and Umineko no Naga Corny. Peace.
The way you left the stage was like you were trying your hardest to be messy. You don't have to speak so formally. After all, 07's thank you party is always like this.
That's right. When I was in Higurashi, I was happy-go-lucky and would have contracted out myself.
Yeah, I agree.
Jesus.
So to show up in Umineko, I was told that there'd be a thank you party, and they'd already prepared somewhere for it in order to dispel the tension in the gloomy original story. It was kind of fun when I first heard of it.
Everybody thought they'd be watching from behind the scenes. It was a sweet 100 times sweeter than diet sugar. Oh, and peace. Your power is to swallow your opponent's existence whole. You're not joking, right?
What do you mean?
She's not joking. That monster of a piece's specialty is to remove somebody's existence from the script.
I heard that Feather and Caesar world as if it was written on paper and can take a pencil and eraser to those words to erase and rewrite them as she sees fit.
It's an awesome power. Where the pieces, the game board, and even the rules don't matter. It's the strongest invincible game master.
However, can't such an excessive power also destroy her body?
What do you mean?
Anything can lead to nothing, Peace. Even if you're given the power to freely create a world where no light shines and no grass grows, you would still be trapped with peace.
That's creation for you. To tell the truth, it's easier to make things grow if you're given restrictions.
If you're given a sheet of paper and told to draw a cat, people can enjoy figuring out what type of cat to draw.
Or they can surprise everybody by mischievously deciding to draw something other than a cat.
Ah, I see. It's certainly a bit tricky to draw if you can draw anything.
That's right. Like with writing, I would at least want some sort of theme or prompt. Bioto.
It's that sort of thing. As the power of creation's restrictions decrease, it can fully spread its wings. However, once the lack of restriction passes a certain point, its power then atrophies.
My lord reached that peak, realized that place was not the place to go for those who will, and then returned.
Peace? You only inherited Featherin's power of erasure. So I'm guessing you can't do the opposite?
You mean the power of the pencil?
No, that's not it. The opposite of the ability to swallow somebody's whole existence. Wouldn't it be possible to spit out someone whose existence had been erased?
Huh? I never thought about that, Peace.
Right. Right now there are 6 of us here. Me, Bioto, Angie, Burn, Lambda, and Peace.
This is interesting. So it's possible that there were 7 people here, somebody was already swallowed, and we just forgot about them.
The truth is, that's correct. There was originally one more guest here, but they wanted to go too loud, so I swallowed them.
So, it was as I thought. That's scary, that's really scary. Who was it? Who'd you swallow?
If that was true, wouldn't our memory of them be erased? So if that's the case, we wouldn't remember.
Perhaps I didn't swallow them perfectly, and some remembered them still lingers in you guys. Peace! To help you remember, I'll give you a little hint. Hint number 1. They're key to speed skill with chopsticks.
Chopsticks?
Doesn't that not match up with this Western-style world?
Second hint. They're mercilessly proud of their reasoning abilities.
I got it. It's Will. You didn't think I'd say Battler, right?
I wonder if there ever was that sort of kid who was good at chopsticks and reasoning.
13th! They're a self-proclaimed great detective. And they also got the title of an intellectual rapist.
That's the lowest worst type of title.
They once put their ear against the wall of a suspect's room and listened to what was happening all night long. After being welcomed as a guest, they snuck out in the middle of the night during the storm to seal all the windows with duct tape.
What a bothersome person! Like a stalker. A pervert.
It's useless. I don't remember any character like that in Umineko.
They see themselves as Lady on the Delta's rival. Before, when Lady on the Delta's arm had been torn off, they took it with a grin and started tickling it. Peace!
No, that's super scary. Did that kind of kid exist? Are they here?
Why would we invite such a person over? Who on earth would ever be friends with them?
Emma!
For such a cruel person, isn't it not a problem if they're gone?
Isn't that right? And this doesn't seem like there's nothing good about them.
Oh. Then it's fine if I don't speak them back out. Peace.
There's no significance, no objection, no dissent.
It seems we're all in agreement. Isn't there no problem if that perverted chopsticks detective stalker doesn't exist? If I told somebody to separate salt and sesame and they really wanted it, then asked, "Is there anything else you want, my master?" As they persistently tried to snuggle up close to me, I'd ask you to swallow them. If I'd also found that a noisy cat had suddenly vanished, I wouldn't be amused with just that. I'd want to find them spit out in a back alley garbage can later.
Yeah, do that. Peace. Lady Brandcastle?
Canon. Erica stops existing.
That's what I meant.
Story becomes slightly less.
Did you swallow anything else?
No. I only swallowed one person. I only swallowed one person today. Peace.
I see. So it's as Lady Delta said. Aside from tonight, there may be another person a piece is swallowed and erased. At any rate, I have no idea how many pieces were created in the process of writing these massive tales.
Well, at any rate, there are a massive number of people who have appeared so far. Every time I repeat this closed circle, the cast expands.
In the process of creating it, there may have been characters who were never given screen time before being erased from the script.
In other words, the series of fragments that make up Umineko no Nabokoro ni, there are characters who auditioned for a role but failed.
Yes. They're called reject characters.
Suddenly, I don't remember all those reject characters. Maybe Peace didn't permit their existence and swallowed them up.
Yeah?
Oh
no.
Oh no!
Let the game fucking crash?
Oh my.
Wait a minute. Wait, okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're cooking.
Holy shit.
Ooh.
Scare, but fair.
Yep, peace.
You know what? Here, I'll fucking save.
There's a save?
There is a save.
There is a save. Okay, there is a save.
Oh my god, Japanese, let's go!
Yep, peace.
Huh? Umineko reject characters exist? No! Look at Hot George! Hot George!
Oh god. OG George was more AC than anything else.
Hello, it's me.
Look at that! We got Angel more. Hot George and really, really tired-looking fucking servant. Holy
I think that's
shit!
canon, isn't it?
I think
that's supposed to be Yasu.
I think so.
Could be
The
Yasu.
reject characters from Umineko.
The bag check for the servant's eyes.
Alright, keep going, come on.
Hoskuru for the Cesar.
The reject characters from Umineko are usually discarded when they seem complete, so they don't have a solid form piece. However, this doesn't reduce them to 0 piece. That's right, this is a thank you party. I think I'll speed up once one of their reject characters are swallowed, piece.
Is there no better way to phrase it than spitting up?
You want it coming out?
Don't worry, don't worry. In any case, this cat box is the same as a box full of delusions. So don't hesitate and go for it.
Umineko reject characters are more or less characters Beato created, right?
Correct! In other words, nobody but me would know them. If they're spit back up, will my memory of them return?
Yes. As your memory comes back, please give us an explanation and introduction, please.
It could be fun or scary. How many are there?
I think that right now I can speed up 3 people, please. And I could do more, but a lot of them are just concepts with no form, or fallen completely into the depths of oblivion. Or have been forgotten, even by me, please.
Your preamble is too long. Hurry up and spit them out.
Now then, for 3 bouts of Umineko no Nakokoro ni reject characters. Begin.
Are you ready, everybody? Since they're all reject characters, don't expect too much, okay? Except for one specific Umineta.
Try us!
Yo, shout out to Umineta!
Or just using.
Then come out! Our first person!
Shut up.
Does this mean if she uses her hair to eat, does that also mean she's
Piece's
technically
hair.
shitting them out of her hair too?
Piece's hair built
Yeah,
like
it's
her
just
in the
spit-
mind.
She's spitting them out.
And then it became what looked like a large ball.
Oh, I hate it.
Oh my god!
Well, what is this?
There's no head.
No head?
No
I
body.
wonder who it's supposed to be. Oh, this is. I remember. This is the goat servant's rejected body.
Oh yeah, do you want to post?
Oh, it's just ambiguous person.
Sure, yeah. When Beato swung her pipe, the familiar shape of a goat-headed servant appeared.
It's common for a hitter's face and body to be made separately, please.
It's true.
It's like Yogi
So-
Bear.
So, the head was run separately, please.
If that's the case, I like to remake my body over and over again to make it more charming.
Impossible. Impossible.
Completely
Not
impossible.
impossible. If that's the case, I'd want a daintier body.
That's possible.
Everybody, you should ask for a big, gigantic chest.
She's your fucking sister. No, Con, she's a sister.
I mean, like, Khan wants to
Doesn't
ship
matter
Battler
anymore.
Canon.
Read the
Yeah,
line.
it's not a Khan ship without
It
a
is
mild bit of incest.
12:38. Let's keep going.
Oh my god.
Let's keep on going, people.
Would you want to inflate your crotch to the same degree that a female characters inflate their chests?
I thought it was burn. Anyway,
Was that burn?
it might have been. Oh, well, keep going.
Yeah, fuck.
It is, go.
Oh, that's a good idea. In recent anime manga, all the girls are swollen up by balloons. This time, let's swell up all the male characters' crotches.
I don't even think you want
Big
that.
dick
Instead of putting breasts on them, we'll put golf bags.
Hyper fetish.
Beatrice's reboot.
I'm glad the mob servants' bodies are the only ones swollen in peace. Then I'll call the second character.
She sounds like she's
You're
Okay,
fucking kill me.
so-
I like the way that you
Concept
did
chat.
that,
Let's
and
get-
it sounded like you blew right into the mic.
Huh?
Hold on.
Not so you lost your pop filter.
What is this?
This can be good.
It's just Natsuhi.
Hello. I am Ushirimiya Natsuhi.
I remember. Yes, Natsuhi was also originally a reject character.
Eh? Natsuhi was?
What type of reject character was she? After all, wasn't Natsuhi eventually put in?
It's gonna be so funny.
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
The person who you thought was Natsuhi was actually me. She was rejected as a sign for Beatrice.
That's weird. Natsuhi was Beato? What does that mean? She would not call her Beato.
Originally, then, the one we thought of as Natsuhi was drawn as Beatrice.
Oh, originally it was created as a rejected design for Beatrice?
Is this where the Natsui and the Beatrice dress comes from?
Natsui-Triss!
Please, you can keep going.
That's right.
Triss.
I couldn't help but draw somebody who gave off a mysterious air.
I see. So the wave of hair would express the twisted nature of the character piece?
But doesn't she give off the feeling of a rich housewife? She doesn't give off the impressions of a mischievous contrarian of a witch after all.
Then that's why she was put in the depths of oblivion, and the selection of rejected design brought her back from the brink of death.
If not Natsuhi was Beato, that would have been a very calm story.
Perhaps then Umineko would have been a completely different tale.
Right now, I definitely do want to try a bit of acting out the role of a witch.
Well, isn't this interesting? Do you want to try giving it a shot?
Me?
Put on the dress, Nazi.
This isn't interesting. It's fine if she says one of my lines, but it doesn't have to be word by word. Natsuhi only needs to play Natsuhi's role.
Then I try some of Beatrice's biggest lines. Say whichever one's please.
Well, isn't this fine? Go ahead, Natsuhi.
In any case, Natsuhi's sophisticated mouth shouldn't say any of Beato's rotten lines.
Isn't this just a little too direct? Anyway, no matter how you put it, this is...
No, I'll do it. When we speak about witches, we're talking about pieces. When you speak about humans, you're talking about actors. If I can't play a role, I'm not really an adult.
Well, then she'll make her debut for the first time in Japan, Natsuhi Beatrice.
Oh wow! I didn't see this before. Holy shit!
This is
I said you was gonna go big to arena sprite.
Okay, so straight up, honest to God, this is a fan edit. Yeah, this is fan made.
I thought he was gonna. Oh man, I thought it. Oh,
no,
it would be so funny.
This is so good.
Oh.
It's not like an edit, but like an official.
Wait. So
I would love to wear this dress.
So the actual release shows her in the Beatrice dress.
Yeah, straight up.
I thought you would switch to the original sprite today, so it would be so funny.
Honestly, I think I prefer her in the original.
Honestly.
All right, here, let's get this bitch moving.
Love is lost. Totally meaningless unless you're sleeping together. Men are mere flies and maggots that get drawn to your feelings scent and crowd around you.
Oh god.
In this situation, I've been figured out from the start this is a reckless act. Beatrice, I think?
Isn't that nice?
I'm surprisingly into Natsuhi's Beato. Next we should make a fragment when Natsuhi is Beato. Oh god.
One of the reactions like that had already been decided.
I tried my best to be intimidating. How was it?
Well, you're definitely doing your best.
As I thought, just hearing those vulgar words from Beato was enough.
Smile.
Yeah. Still Natsuhi's best suited to elegant words. Oh god.
Surprisingly, it wasn't too interesting.
Oh!
Then our third person.
Let's go.
Come out, my trump card.
Noir?
Let's go. Let's go.
He is apparently very excited.
There he is!
Yeah! What am I looking at? What is this creature?
Oh, that's weird.
Oh, I was handsome in the PS3 one.
This is Lambda first, yeah.
What do you have? Ouchie. Told you for this, but if I may.
Why did they get the original PS3 rights? Whatever.
Were they a boy? A girl? They gave off an air of youth. Were they a teenager? From the air of the garments didn't seem like they were allied with the witches. It didn't feel as if they were entering as a relative.
Even though all I had was line on, he's been clean and colored.
Peace.
I thought being human as he was wouldn't be interesting, so I asked the Witch of Painting, Lady Remotaro, to do it.
Oh, I did not. I forgot a Remotaro.
That's pretty good.
You shouldn't judge a book by its cover. But I'm not sure what it is. But I get the feeling that we wouldn't get along.
That's right. This man's name is Virgilius. If he'd appear on stage, I would have called him Will, since that would have been short version of his name in katakana.
Having two Wills would be confusing.
If that's what you say, then we have Virgilia and Virgilius. That's really similar, like they're tangled up in each other.
Yeah, because Virgilia took her name from an ancient poet.
The meaning of the name was definitely the one who led you to Beatrice. Her role is similar to the one in the original source, so it makes sense that their names would be similar.
That was exactly correct. Your judgment was good.
Hey, Beato. Can this kid not talk? That's boring.
At any rate, all I had of his existence was 2 or 3 scenes and a rough sketch of him. I didn't really decide his personality or way of speaking.
What? That's boring. You have this nice bright room and you can't even talk.
You might as well put it in those 2 or 3 scenes and let him talk a little.
You're saying that a little too casually. Moving one piece should be enough for a scene.
Well. That's fine. We can probably mix something in.
But he doesn't give off an air of being a piece on the witch's side.
That's what I thought too. If you're a witch, you should be dressed eccentrically. Either way, he looks human.
That's right. Originally, he was created as a human detective. Eh? Then, in other words, Eric... Huh? Eric... Ugh.
She was being bothersome, so I spit Erica out in a back alley trash can.
it!
Oh damn! Just like a comic.
Where he belongs. I remember. In other words, he was the origin of Erica's character. Erica was a rival piece to create crush Battler after a fierce battle for the sake of drama. But he's a little different. He's certainly Battler's rival detective, but through his extremely misleading logic. He gets Battler's logic to drift further and further off the path and torments him for quite a while. So you could say he was created to be a fated rival.
My debut was planned for episode 3. My role is that I was supposed to completely knock Battler to the bottom after he submitted to the witch illusion in episode 2.
Why is he using a Kansai dialect? Doesn't match him at all.
Oh, so he's speaking like a country boy.
Shut up,
Shut
Battler.
up. Shut up, Battler.
Let me just say this.
I refuse to accept the nasalness.
Hello. The truth is, there's always two. Without love, it cannot be seen.
Trick end and magic end. Right. Are you playing a prank?
Originally, after episode 3, he was designed to be a strong rival to fight Battler, and was then added as a recurring character piece.
Yeah!
Yep. Okay, I think I'm actually grateful for Erica now, because if we got this guy instead, I would have been pissed off. And my yaoi fanfiction would have quadrupled.
Yep. As ye rival, I was supposed to be really annoying and noisy.
He really is noisy.
That's right.
I'll modify him to speak normally. I'll do the same for his reasoning.
Change the voice.
Thank you.
Hello, Mario.
Oh my god, that's golden. What other scenes were there?
The scenes were fairly vague. For instance, apparently somebody from the Ashiramiya family was Natsu's illegitimate child from 19 years ago. It was something along the lines of a mysterious man arriving at the family conference.
So that was the origin of the illegitimate child from 19 years ago in episode 5. Hey!
I was cold-hearted and saw the truth through my own patchwork of circumstantial evidence. I had the power to define the world based on how my logic saw the world.
I see. That feels pretty similar to Erica. The terrible thing about him was that his vision of truth or falsehood could alter the truth itself. Even without mixing in a lie, you could still create any sort of truth.
As I thought, he's similar to Erica. In other words, it means he lost when he got rejected but taken over by Erica in episode 5.
To me, he seems like a lot more powerful character than Erica. Why was he planned for episode 3 and not 5? Why'd he leave? Hey!
To tell the truth, it was because I was so flashy and violent in episode 2. Fantasy became really violent and predominant because of that.
At that time, what is known as farm culture suddenly blossomed.
Oh.
The writer and reader were able to connect through the internet piece.
I see. Since Beato was so violent and overpowering, great hordes of people surrendered to the witch.
Including Beth.
Yes.
Emma?
In the original episode 3 called Land of the Golden Witch, I thought I should put a lot more action and gaudiness than in episode 2.
I see. Since you noticed that your readership was thrown into chaos, you changed gears.
Yes, since episode 2 leaned very heavily to the witch side.
I needed to do the opposite and support the human side in order to make it lean more to the human side. Is that why you created Virgilia?
Ah, I see. Virgilia was really nice and taught me how to fight witches.
The name was the same, but the character and role did a 180.
Well, I think I only borrowed the name. Everything else was shelved until Erica showed up in episode 5.
In episode 5, Erica also had a bit of a jobber feel to her.
What?
No, this illusion is great. They call her guy jobber.
I did not expect that word.
She appeared in episode 3. She definitely seemed like a demon who knocked Battler down the rock bottom over and over again.
Dude, she just called Erica a jobber.
Unfortunately, there's no way to do that. But even so, I think it was an honor to be introduced in this fashion.
R.I.P. King.
Speaking style is really important, Beast. This is completely different than he did when he first showed up, Beast.
Well, you know, we didn't meet very much. I'm glad we did. Maybe the two of us are fighting in some fragment somewhere.
I don't believe I know of any fragment like that.
But I might.
Still, I can probably arrange something.
But the one who will win will be me!
You're noisy, Battler.
Let me just say this.
Yeah?
For one brief moment, the summoned illusions enjoyed appearing on the game board, prayed for another turn, and vanished from their original world. Oh, hey.
Please excuse the interruption in politeness, everybody. Preparation for the Great Lady Aurora's tea party are finished. By all means, feel free to head over. I will guide you there.
It's back.
Let's move somewhere for the second party.
Oni-chan, shouldn't you think up some parting words? You were the designee for that.
This is bad. It's useless. I can't think of anything.
I also can't think of anything, and I'm the one in charge of closing greetings. I know, I should have thought of something.
Then let's go ahead and not spend time fussing over it. Why don't we suffer through an ad-lib together?
As always, you're all getting along nicely.
When Erica moved to the open door, there was led to Featherin's tea party. It was only open a crack, but the sound of hordes of people having fun was overflowing from it.
My master? Where should we go?
Ben and Lambda slowly stood up from the sofa, but they did not head towards the next tea party. Only those two looked as if they were slipping out to somewhere else.
You guys go first. We'll follow later.
What are you doing?
Ben and Lambda's eyes had a strange glow to them. Earnestly and mysteriously, their eyes shone like a child's, as if hoping something wonderful would happen.
It's a secret. We just wanted to take a peek at what was going on.
Where it cries.
Cry?
Yes. Soon.
Something will cry.
No cry. Fuck!
It's okay.
I was counting so
Okay.
that we'd be on time.
It's okay.
Fuck me.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Then Erica. Later.
Next time, I want a good role.
Oh my, the villain is pretty fun too.
I wonder if our roles will be close friends.
Or if we'll hate each other.
Either is fine, as long as I can play the same game as you, Burn.
Oh my. We don't know if we'll be played or we'll play.
Well, we'll know soon. When something else cries.
Hey, good job. You kind of did that
Hey!
one.
Oof, oh my
These
god.
characters
B+.
and everything.
Oh, and that's it. That's
Hey.
Umineko.
But
7 more.
Alright, we did it. We finished it.
We finished
did it.
Umineko.
It's over. Took a year. Took over a year.
Congratulations,
so
everyone.
then
You
where's
finished
Floros
Umineko.
in all this?
Oh, she doesn't matter.
Look, Floros is literally a character that is only created as an example.
Aww.
We will not be seeing
Let's get
Floros
the-
at all.
we can grab the sprites. Let me see.
Sure, you can look it up on YouTube.
Zaz, I'm sorry, but I don't know where the fuck to get arigato for 556.
What the fuck is an arigato for 556?
There were many other
Thank you for
side
556.
stories in it.
Aww.
Is that character also in like some side story? That
No, they
Basically
just
immediately
that, yeah.
as a character that died. I think.
She died fucking tragically. I brought her up on
No,
stream
no,
a
no.
while ago.
I'm talking about the Nora character.
Oh, him?
Fancy
So, Virgilia.
Virgilia.
Virgilius is a character that was originally intended to be Erica and was going to be shown up in episode 3, and episode 3 was going to have a lot of elements from 4, 5, and 6. But because people thought it was too hard, Virgilius got scrapped and a lot of episode 3 got reworked to basically like just move shit around.
I was just
Well,
curious
then
if there was
we're in
like some
backlash.
side story with him or something.
So, you see,
Mm-hmm.
shout out to @Umineko on Twitter. They have been a very big fan of Virgilius. They have single-handedly been like giving us
Wield
Virgilius content. Yeah, and they made a side story called Purgatory of the Golden Witch that has him in it.
Oh, it's fan fiction.
It is fan. But I mean, that's
Or
all
a
fine
forgery,
anyway.
if you will.
Yeah.
Hey!
We might peruse that forgery at a later date, but for now I think this is the end of Umineko for a little while.
Is it a good
Yeah.
forgery?
It's I don't know. I heard it's pretty alright.
Assumedly.
Assumedly.
Someone
Haven't
who
heard anything
knows
bad
and
about it.
appreciate Umineko will definitely make a pretty decent forgery, I think.
Okay, but wait, no, I got a question. What the fuck is up with his pants?
Ooh.
I mean,
Like,
you
short and, like,
little
detached
leggings.
sock, and like
That's
gartered
nice.
socks.
go ask Lenore that question.
Oh, he has the pants that have the zippers on the knees, so you can turn them into shorts.
Oh, like
my
the
God.
fashion from the 80s.
Yeah.
The
With
Zorts.
the leg warmers. Yeah.
Alright.
All right.
I think we're like an hour over, but we got that shit done.
Holy shit.
We will see.
Virgilius also canonically wears Heelys.
We will see you all on Friday for something new and different. Or I guess next Friday.
Next Friday.
In the meantime, gee, I
gonna be
wonder where.
different?
Yeah, but in the meantime, I'm curious. I wonder where Burnin' Lambda went. Maybe we'll
Gee,
find
I
out in
wonder.
just a second.
See you, Bane.
When something else cries.
Yeah, about that. We have you guys hitting up Primavera in a few months, actually.
What?
What are we supposed to do until then?
It beats me. I'm sure Mr. Dragon has another Cicada season spin-off for you two to get involved with.
Oh, fucking kidding me. You can't be doing this shit. I'm just gonna start the Illuminati.
Alright, bring in the new set. And can someone please get the new maid in here? This place is a mess.